Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Granger, Ohio, home of Highland Hornet baseball. We're the undefeated Highland Hornets, 7-0 on the season. This is only the second game we've done this year. Come on, get out of here. Hopefully some balls will get out of here for us. Wouldn't that be nice? We'll see in only a matter of time, folks. Both umpires right there. Coach Jay Grissom's done a masterful job. I know he's one of the best coaches out there, but he has really outdone himself this season with how talented this team has been, how incredible we've done all season long, how lights out we've been. I mean, no denying that. The weather's finally gotten better out here in Granger, Ohio, along with Northeast Ohio, so there is that as the fans are looking forward, which should be a dandy. Sir, Aurora will be in the gray. We will be in the green today, as this should be fun. See Coach Grissom right there to the right in the black shirt. Aurora's coach in the green shirt. He's behind him. Their head coach is Trent Dalton, assisted by Jake Knapp, John Scott, and Alan Krantz. Of course, Todd Winston and Rob Hardgrove are our assistants. So there is that. Aurora getting ready for things to begin in just a bit. And pardon me for not introducing myself. My name is Tommy Maroon, as you know by now. Be sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon on these videos. Gotta know next time we go live out here. Well, number 3 in the state, undefeated, one of the best teams out there this year. Haven't lost the conference game as you might expect. Who's got better than us? Ain't nobody. Am I right, folks? Am I right? Because these Hornets are really talented. 11 seniors, 9 juniors. Today it will be Dan Miller on the mound for us, trying to pick up our 8th win of the season. We swept Copley, we swept Revere, we beat Barberton. All that's missing is Aurora. We were supposed to play them yesterday at Aurora, but that game got rained out, unfortunately. I'm going to have no fear this game. Obviously, ain't going to be rained out unless there's some rain that pops up out of nowhere, folks. The Greenmen are getting set for what should be a good one, to say the least. They're 4-5 if my memory suits me right. I checked max preps. You see our dugout right there, chin things over. We're just staying calm and relaxed. Why not? This team is very talented. Who will win? Hopefully we do. And as always, it's a grass field here at Highland High School instead of a turf field like at BW's Fisher Field or the Ream Athletic Complex. Sometimes I wish we had turf. That'd make things go a little smoother, in my opinion. But hey, what am I complaining about? We got a baseball field. That's all I'm happy about. Going back, Coach Grissom's happy about that too. I'm not ready to break. We're gonna do the national anthem or whatnot. I don't know. What I do know is that we might be jumping right into this. Let's listen. And here we go. So we will forego national anthem like in The Simpsons. Due to popular demand, we will forego our national anthem. God, I love The Simpsons. But you know that by now. What you don't know is what our lineup looks like. Well, Dan Miller's on the mound, of course, I mentioned that. In the outfield, left Jaden Bart, center Landon Soy, right Luke Girding. At third, that would be Noah Radigan. At short, Anthony DePompe. Second, Cam Cook. First is Grady Gibb. Catching is Panganda. And designated hitting is Casey Miser. He's over there. What does the lineup look like for the Aurora Greenmen? Well, it looks a little like this. It starts off with number 2, Ben Lukasik. After that, number 1, Max Anzels. After that is number 17, Tommy Hack. And number 45, Carson Smith. Number 4, Alex Brooker. And number 9, Aiden Carlson. 3, Gabe Cooch. Number 8, that's Jack Lang. And 31, is Tartabini, wherever he is. If I can find that name. Either that or I'm completely missing him. Guess I don't see him anywhere. I mean, I guess I am, but oh well. Once again, Dan Miller on the mound had a 3-hit shutout. Last game for us, that was against Wance Revere. And the Rifles won. Ooh, good catch there by Anthony. I like to do a little better than 3 hits today. Let's see if the junior has it in stock or whatnot. Coach Winston telling Jaden and the rest of the outfield to move over. See him right there. Weather going to be in the 60s. No complaints about that, folks. I know I, for one, can't wait. So, Ben Kasich got sent. He's a senior. He's an outfielder. He's playing center today. Here we go. Hornets, Greenmen. First pitch is a strike. Great to have you aboard. Time Runs, your play-by-play announcer. Might expect a lot of strikes today from Dan Miller. Good right-handed pitcher. He's also on the football team. And he's going to fire strike 2-0-2. And pretty good so far. We're getting right once again. The gate hasn't been closed over there. I can run on the field, perhaps. Well, I probably won't. I definitely won't. 0-2. Ooh, we fouled that one off the cage. Or was the guy on deck's going to try to get it? Will we get it? Is the question. Yes. Dan Miller looking for that first out of the ballgame to kick things off. Dan's a stud. You know that by now. He's ready. Here comes his next 0-2. Ball. Ooh, looked like we thought that was going to be strike 3. Candace sure thought that was strike 3, but it's not. Instead, it's 1-2. Have no fear. Still too early to panic, folks. It's Dan Miller. Roller to third. Not going to be an easy play for Noah Radigan, but he throws on a one-hop. Good stab by Gibb. One gone. Max Enzo, the shortstop, is up for Aurora. Max is number 1 for Aurora, but he's batting number 2 today. Dan Miller lets it go, and Dan gets in the ground one again. Noah Radigan. One pitch. He fumbles it, though. That's an error. Forget everything I just said. It's all right. So the hard play, he got the out. Easier play, he could not. Noah Radigan. Tommy Hack is up. Hack is the third baseman for Aurora. They have a bunch of seniors on their team. They got a lot of seniority on this team, just like us. We have 11. They have a lot too, if I'm not mistaken. Just judging by the paper. There's one upstairs, 1-0. I assume they'll rule that an error on poor Noah, but once again, Noah did get the first out of the inning, so can't beat that man. Can't be mad at him all. As a pickoff attempt almost got him, but the thing is, it did not. One ball, no strikes. Yeah, Aurora at first. Obviously, no perfect game, but there will be a 1-1 count. Dan getting set. Not that deep of a center field, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's like 345 one way, 350 another. Safe, says the umpire. Keep in mind, in regular season, there are 2 umpires. Once it gets to postseason action, there are 3. Tommy Hack is waiting. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. He tried to hit that one right towards the bus garage, all the way over there. But he didn't. Excuse me, folks, just need to fix this. As it is 1-2. Dan trying to get his first strikeout of the contest. But he's going to try to pick him off for a third time. Ball gets away, and I don't know if that got in the dugout or whatnot. Hopefully it didn't. Otherwise, maybe a run at second, but I don't think there is. That's 3 times he's trying to pick him off so far. At least. Be at second base if this were the majors, as this one's a dribble or foul. Again, no Radigan, but once again, it's foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's 1 out here in the inning. Top half of the first. Ain't nobody scored yet. Dan trying to shake it off. Same with Noah at third, trying to shake off the air. Noah's going to be at third today for the good guys. 1-2. 2 gone. Dan Miller with his first strikeout. We can only assume there's a lot more where that came from as Carson Smith is up. Smith playing right. Here comes the first pitch. Strike 1 to Carson Smith. 0-1. Dan Miller really in command so far today. I know it's only his 4th batter he's faced, but still really doing a good job from what I can tell out here. 0-1 as Dan is ready. He's going to pick him off and can't get him. Really worried about that base runner at first. I will be the first to say that. 0-1 pitch. Misses 1-1. Didn't really walks anybody, I'll tell you that. And his 3-hit shutout last week against Revere, he didn't walk anybody, if I'm not mistaken. He's, once again, a command pitcher. 1-1 pitch, run goes, swing and miss, Ganda down to second. Oh, he's toast. That concludes the top half of the first. 0-0. Now we'll look at the starting line. Good throw by Gander right there. No denying that. How does it look like for us? It looks a little like this. Landon Soy leads off, followed by Casey Miser, followed by Noah Ragan. Told you he's batting third. Peyton Ganda, Grady Gibb, Jaden Barr, Cam Cook, Luke Girding, and Anthony DePompe. On the mound for them, that would be Alex Kazmarek. Kazmarek is a right-handed pitcher, and he's a senior. How many seniors do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 seniors. Oh, you God. That's impressive. It's a whole lot of seniors, if I say so myself. So, the Greenmen technically went down in order in that first inning. I know they got a base run on a Noah Radigan bobble, but still, you'll take it. 1, 2, 3 innings. Speaking of bobble, number 17, Tommy Hack. Alex Kazmarek. Rocking the mound for the Greenmen. Only beat them bad in football, beat them bad in boys basketball here. I know in boys basketball and girls basketball too. And of course, girls soccer, beat them in volleyball. Question is, can we beat them in baseball? Just judging by the looks of it, they're struggling to field the ball out there. Let's watch. That was good. That was a catcher, Jack Lang, who's behind the plate today. As Landon Soy's going to lead off for the Black and Green Brigade. Alex Kazmarek leading off once again for those Aurora, or not Aurora Greenmen. Alex Kazmarek is on the mound for the Aurora Greenmen. Excuse me. Landon bats right-handed. He's a center fielder, as you know. And as you know, he was on that basketball team that made the district finals. And he's going to watch ball 1 upstairs, 1-0. Bottom half of the first, as you might expect, 0-0. Outfield looks like they're in. At least the left fielder looks in as the 1-0 is fouled back. Tarbini once again, the left fielder for Aurora. Don't know his first name. I apologize for that. 1-1. Landon's waiting. Ooh, he has to duck out of the way. My goodness, 2-1. Coach Hardgrove over there at first. Coach Grissom all the way there at third. Looks like there's a softball game going on today. I don't know if it's varsity or JV. I think it's JV when I think about it. Landon takes 2-2. 2-2 to the leadoff man, Landon. So we're going to get something going out there. As here comes a 2-2 offering. Landon wisely lays off 3-2. Casey Miser, he's on deck. The big junior, left-handed junior. You know, he's always tough, folks. Here comes the payoff. Landon keeps it alive, fouling it back. Alex Kuzmarek having to work. I believe this is the seventh pitch of the at-bat, folks. Still a full count. First batter for us today as a payoff. Landon's going to hit one out on the left, but I think Tarbini's going to catch it, one gone. Casey Miser's up. Oh, some good contact there by Landon. Just could not hit that outward spot, that's all. Had too much hang time, I guess. It'll happen. And what's also going to happen, a guy like Casey Miser comes up to the dish. That's what's going to happen. Casey's had himself a good season. He's had a good career here at Highland. 3-year starter as a junior. And he is ahead 1-0. Of course, our scoreboard isn't as cool as, of course, the Fisher Field scoreboard. It doesn't show hits and errors, unfortunately. I know some schools do. Strongsville does. So we were at Strongsville, of course, last year where we met our fate to St. Ed's. Of course, this year, we could probably give St. Ed's a run for their money. We did last year, of course, but we could probably beat them unlike year before. And Casey's going to bloop one over the shortstop for a base hit. They'll die in the grass right there as Casey's got the first hit for either school today. I told you Casey's had himself a good time out here. Max Anzel's tried to make a jumping catch. He misjudged it. Now Reagan trying to shake off the tough error in the first. Alex Kuzmarek fires a ball upstairs to Noah Radigan. It's 1-0. Casey on at first. There's one man retired. That man retired. Landon Soy. 2-0. There's some lacrosse going on back there. You see someone swinging the lacrosse stick. I have girls lacrosse following the conclusion of this game. Once they drive up to North Gateway Tire Field, it'll be the first girls lacrosse live stream of the season, folks. Ooh, Noah foul tipped in the Met 2-1. Alex Kuzmarek trying to get that out. Maybe a ground ball, but let's hope not. 2-1 pitch. Hit high in the air. That ball's going foul. Heads up to the car. The cars, I ought to say. 2-2. Of course, it ain't like Fisher Field where there's literally parking right there where the bullpen is. That's always a good thing. Because that's just a broken windshield waiting to happen. Casey Miser down to second. He's cooked. Casey's fast. He's just not that fast. Jack Lang. With the full count, Coach Grissom tells him it's all right. Now, all of a sudden, he's a strike away from 1-2-3 inning, announced Kuzmarek. He got him. All hyped up there, the Aurora Greenmen, as Casey Miser, despite getting a hit, got a little greedy trying to steal second later, could not. And with that, it's still a 0-0 ball game. You're WHBW, your one-stop for all things handball. Wallace, we're running out there, getting some steps in. Dan Miller, he probably wishes he had some better luck when it came to the bats in the first, but that was not the case. Casey did provide us with a hit, though. Casey just got out trying to steal second and count that start off 2-0 to Noah Radigan. Wound up with him striking out. Dan's got a strikeout, if I'm not mistaken. I'll not be mistaken. He struck out the number 3 batter, which was Tommy Hack. Canada trots out there. Once again, up Carson Smith. After that will be Alex Brooker. After that will be Aiden Carlson. Now, Carson Smith was up in the bottom of the first, did not finish his at-bat, mainly because he was the base runner was out trying to steal second. And Max Anzel's, of course, reached on air. Dan Miller back out there, to nobody's surprise, as I like to say, 0-1. Of course, that's something you don't see too much in the MLB. Pitchers going to the 7th inning. Drives me nuts. I tell you, I was telling Coach Soy, who's watching the game here behind the plate, as there's a high fly and a shallow right. Cam Cook's going to have to get underneath that. One gone. After that is Alex Brooker. But anyways, losing my train of thought. It drives me nuts. I told him I'd be the Tom Thibodeau of baseball. Of course, the coach of the next likes to keep his starters out there for 40-some-odd minutes. That's me when it comes to baseball. My starting pitcher, I play MVP baseball, I'll be the show. I'm like, you know what? You're doing a good job. I'm not gonna get rid of you. 120 pitches, you guys shut out. Too bad. 1-1. MVP baseball is a great game, of course. Old Manny Ramirez on the cover of 05. Albert Pujols, 2004. And that one's low, 2-1. Miguel Tejada and the big unit on the cover of 03. Those are some pretty darn good baseball video games. If you never play them, I highly suggest that you do. Now, Dan's in trouble walking his first pair of the ball game. Brooker is Aiden Carlson. Alex Brooker. He's waiting, and he walks. I would do a 24-hour live stream. I've always wanted to do a 24-hour live stream of me broadcasting myself playing MVP baseball, and the only way it stops is if I throw a no-hitter or a perfect game. But there's one issue, and Coach Grissom pointed out another issue. His issue, he pointed out, was how am I going to funnel the money to Highland? As it's one, how am I going to get Highland's permission, because it'd be a charity live stream? And my issue is I got to get my cursing under control. I get pretty upset when playing video games. 1-0's foul, 1-1. That better not be heading for my car. One Aiden Carlson. He's got Alex Brooker at first. We'll see if Brooker wants second or whatnot. Dan finally got a strike after throwing some balls, as he takes a timeout, either that or Carlson won the TO. Aiden Carlson waiting as the 1-1 to him is in the air out to right. That's not going to be an easy play. Sliding effort, and it gets past him. Nice effort by Gerd as the run goes down to third. Never fun giving up your first hit of the ball game. Well, that's exactly what Dan did right there. All of a sudden, he's in some trouble. Gabe Cooch is off. Cooch is a sophomore. I don't think they have any freshmen on this team, and I would not be mistaken. I think he's the only sophomore on this team, too. Oh, they got some sophomores, never mind. First threat for the Greenmen today. Is that the corners? How are you? One out. Probably trying to pick him off at first. Didn't get him. As long as if Dan can get this ground ball. Gabe Cooch. Cooch is at second today. There's a roller to third. Noah's going to come home with it. He is toast. Oh, good play by Noah. Good job there by Ganda not to lose his balance and keep the ball as Noah gunned it home. Ganda easily applied the 10. Looked like he was trying to barrel him. But he didn't. Ganda's too good for that. Looks like their coach isn't happy about it. Once again, I think it's Trent Dalton who's the head coach for Aurora. Number 8, Jack Lang, batting 8. Carlson at second. Kitch at first. On his first pitch. Strike 1, 0-1. Top half of the second, 2 on, 2 out for Aurora. They got their first 10 single out to right. Gerd tried a nice diving catch with Girding. Just could not make the play. It'll happen. 0-1, getting ready once again. Pitch coming up. Dan Miller fires a strike. It's 0-2. A strike away from stranding 2 men on base. How nice would that be, folks? I think it'd be real nice. Getting ready once again. Dan is set. Getting the call from Ganda. And he got him to swing and miss. Second strikeout today for Dan Miller. And so the threat will not be anything for Aurora as they strand 2. So it's 1.5 innings gone by. 1.5 innings gone by. That is still a 0-0 affair. Who's winning off for us? Pinganda, then Grady Gibb. That's some power if I ever say so. As Nintendo would say it best, now you're playing with power. Let's see if the Greenmen are going to play with power or whatnot. Hopefully they play with power because if they play with us, they're going to get burned. Whatever. I don't know. There's Gibb right there. He's on deck. Following the Lang strikeout because he's not out there behind plate right now. There's a look at the scoreboard for you, folks. 0-0 after 1.5, as mentioned earlier. Pinganda, he's going to play baseball for Tiffin next year. Tiffin's Division 2, as we know by now, which is not too shabby. In fact, anything's not too shabby for playing collegiately. Less than 10% high school athletes do that. That's why the OHSA probably says respect the game. You gotta respect it, of course. How's Kazmarek gonna be back out there in the second inning as he lets his final practice pitch go? Ganda to kick things off. 4-5-6. We do have a hit today. It was a Casey Bloop single. Aurora has a hit, a sharp line drive single and got by Luke Gerding. Excuse me. So here's Ganda kicking things off in the bottom half of the second in a scoreless ball game. Ready once again to pitch. Ganda takes one to third, 2 hops this time. Throw down a first, 1 pitch, 1 out. So someone got a little greedy on the hanging breaking ball. Grady Gibb comes up to the plate. Gibb can be seen at first base today as Tommy Heck fielded the ball cleanly. Pretty sure because Merrick won't complain about a 1 pitch out to kick off his inning. Good eye right there by Grady. Obviously cannot swing when the first man made a first pitch out. Because then you got 2 pitches, 2 outs perhaps. That ain't ever fun. Grady's going to bounce one as short, 2 hops this time again. Throw down first, 2 gone. So 3 pitches, he's retired 2 guys. Jaden Barr trying to hopefully get a bit of an at-bat going because Ganda and Gibb could not get it going. Yep, the kids are having fun playing lacrosse. How are you? How are you guys? There's Jaden Barr. All 1-1-0. Obviously, Jaden's got to watch the first few pitches. Cannot let Alex Kuzmic get a shutdown inning out here, where he's dominant and doing nothing virtually. There we go, 2-0. This will be the 3rd pitch of the at-bat. Sixth pitch of the inning today of this second for Alex Kuzmic. Is ready. Jaden's ahead 3-2. Cam Cook, a man on deck. He's right there, right your screen. Senior day will be at noon here at Granger against the Wadsworth Grizzlies. Jaden takes strike 1. So more pitches in this at-bat than the first 2 combined. 3 pitches in the first 2 batters in Payton and Grady as the 3-1 is upstairs. So good walk there by Jaden Barr on 5 pitches brings up Cam Cook. Alex Kuzmic. Cam Cook trying to cash in Jaden. First pitch. Ball 1, all of a sudden he can't find the zone, Alex Kuzmic. I'm just saying, folks. 1 ball, no strikes. Bottom half of the second, 2 gone. Runner on at second. Or first. 1-1. Just got caught up with all the 2s. I thought there was a runner at second, that's all. My apologies. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cam Cook. Before anything happens, it's a pickoff attempt down to first and dashing back, diving back, Jaden Barr. Bottom half of inning number 2. 2 out once again. 1 pitch. Sharp ground ball up the middle. He might go the short way. He does just that. Easy play there for Max Anzels. So 2 shutout innings apiece for both pitchers today. Everything you need to know right there. 0-0 each school, 1 hit. 1 walk issued by both pitchers. Dan Miller not getting any help from his bats, I guess. Tartabini leads off for those. Aurora Greenmen, don't know what his first name is, but after that will be Ben Lukasik and Max Anzel. There's a good look at the fence. And the catcher paying again on the right. Your screen blocking was Parker Janikis, number 12. Third inning coming up. We'll see how Dan fares once he reaches the top of the order. Of course, Tartabini's number 9, so that means he hasn't been up today. Right to begin the top half of the third. 0-0. Left fielder Tartabini. We're just about ready to resume the action here in the top half of inning number 3. It's like their coach is talking with Coach Grissom out there, just sharing some words as the ball is going to miss 1-0. Obviously, no hard feelings, of course. Obviously, you got to be friendly out there. 1-0 is a strike, 1-1. Yeah, I know they got to be friendly. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dan Miller got him to swing and miss. 1-2. One more, and he's got his 3rd strikeout of the contest. Dan's ready. Here comes his 1-2 offering. There it is, a forward K, 1 gone. Way upstairs, he's still swinging nonetheless. Tartabini. Spinal Kasich is up. Kasich is the center fielder once again. And he's down 0-1. Dan Miller doing a Dan D. 1 strikeout per inning so far. He'll have to strike out the side, perhaps. Well, he won't strike out the side because he's going to give up an error right there. Maybe he will strike out. Everybody gets out, though. Anthony De Pompey lets it happen. Lets it go by. It happens. Best thing you can do is get the next one. And Zels is up. Again, Aurora with a threat. Dan's given up a base run every inning so far today. Both pitchers have given up base runs in every inning, despite the fact that the first innings for both schools wound up being 1-2-3 because of some caught stealing. Ball. No, Ganda's got a gun. He's the catcher, of course, after all. But we'll see if Ben Kasich wants to test it. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's a pitch. Oh, there it goes. A hit and run foul. First base side, fortunately. 1 gone. Top half of inning number 3. Game going by pretty darn fast, if I ever say so myself. One ball, 1 strike. And Zell's waiting. Strike, 1-2. He tried to check his swing, but I think that would have been called strike anyways. Looks like he did not go around. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dan would love a strikeout, but I'm pretty sure he'd rather have a ground ball. Ain't no denying that, folks. And there it is. Speak of the double. Right to Anthony. Oh, no, it's in and out of Anthony's glove, and the runner's going to go down at 3rd. Oh, Cam must have rushed the throw, or Anthony must have taken his eye off the ball because there are men at the corners here with 1 out. And Aurora again with a threat. Tommy Hack is up. Hack with a good opportunity out here. Left-handed batting, 3rd baseman. Dan Miller just needs to get out of it like he did last inning. 1-0. Already in some trouble. Now, I know Aurora was not going to be easy tonight. Aurora's a tough school, as we know by now. But still, being 7-0, number 3 in the state, being nationally ranked, perhaps, who knows? I don't know if we're nationally ranked or whatnot. But I do know Dan almost had it loaded with a hit batter, but he didn't. 2-0. Dan with traffic for the second inning in a row. Third inning here, 0-0 right now, but we're looking to change it. Pickoff down to first, safe. Dan really needs to calm down out there. I tried to calm him down, perhaps, if he gives up a base runner. But he's usually a calm dude. There we go. Oh, never mind. It's ball 3-0. Oh, boy. Carson Smith is on deck. He would be next. 3-0 to Tommy Hack. Dan Miller in a bit of some trouble out here. He might have the bases loaded without giving up a hit. And that's exactly what happened. First an error by Anthony, then error from either Kim or Anthony once again. And then a 4-pitch walk. Coach Winston not talking. Never mind, Coach Grissom will instead. So Coach Grissom will talk things over with Dan. Obviously, not time to panic yet, considering the fact that it's 0-0, but being in the third inning, say the fact that we only have one hit, then again, they have one hit too. But still, Aurora can really get it uncomfy out here with their cleanup man and Carson Smith. That's the one thing I'm concerned about, folks. Smith, the number 4 hitter. He's number 45 and is out at right today. We'll have to bust this thing wide open, won't he, folks? That's the scary part. Infield is not in. That is a little surprising, but there is one out. And it is a 0-0 contest for now. Coach Grissom probably gave him a bit of a pep talk. High in the air, out of play. I don't even know where that landed. Too high up in the air. Don't have a hat. Don't have my sunglasses on, so don't want to fall with the ball up in the sky. 1 pitch. And that's going to cash in a run as Landon will catch it at center. Maybe catch in 2 perhaps as the runner tags heads down to third. 1-0. Greenmen attack first. Well, at least he got the second out, but now Alex Brooker's up in a 1-0 contest. Alex Brooker. Oh, it's number 12, Ryan Dwyer. 12 is Ryan Dwyer. He's going to hit one high in the air, first base side. Does Grady have room? So Aurora on the board first today. 1-0. Always frustrating to give up your first run of the ball game. It's like how it's frustrating to give up your first hit of the ball game. Obviously, this game not going to come by easily out here. Dwyer's number 12. Must be the first baseman out there. Ryan Dwyer with runners at the corners here, 2 gone. Try and bust it wide open. Dan's a strike away from perhaps limiting the damage after what looked like it'd be a disastrous inning, perhaps. And still could be as far as we're concerned. Pick off at time. Now he's caught out between first and second. Gotta go home with it. He is. Ow! What a play there. Heads up. I believe that was either Cam Cook, I think, who got him. And a good tag by Peyton Ganda. That concludes the top half of the third. Could not let that runner score out there. So damage limited, but damage done. 1-0 Aurora. It will be Luke Girding kicking things on, followed by Andy DePompey, followed by Landon Soy. Dwyer will have to come up in the top half of the fourth inning. And that felt good to get that third out. Coach Jay Grissom over there, man, standing up. Well, everybody's really standing up, but you got the gist. The taller man, obviously not going to be happy with how that third inning went. 1 run too many is what he'll say. Coach Grissom, of course, the winner. As Alex Kazmarek is out on the mound once again. So Dwyer's the man at first now instead of Brooker, Alex Brooker. Luke Girding gonna start off the bottom half of the third inning. We'll see what Luke Girding can do. Luke Girding 8-9-1. Nobody out here in the third. He's leadoff man, of course. Ball one upstairs. And so Alex Kazmarek kicks off his third inning. He's got 1 run cushion right now. Not that big of a cushion, but still a lead nonetheless. And he's going to miss again, 2-0 upstairs. Alex Kazmarek getting ready once again. 2-0 coming up to Luke. 2-1. He needed that, folks. Yeah, a very quick start to the second inning where he made 3 pitches to retire the first 2 men he faced. But this at bat went lead to a Luke Girding walk. It's 3-1. On deck, Anthony DePompey. Getting ready once again. Here comes the 3-1. 3-2, full count. 3-2, nobody out here. Bottom half of the third. Luke Girding walks. All right, that's what we needed. As Anthony DePompey is up, the number 9 hitter, the sophomore. And so the catcher and Jack Lang, going to talk things over with Mr. Kazmarek. Alex Kazmarek, the senior, gets ready for Anthony DePompey. I'd be preparing for a bunt, perhaps. That's exactly what happens. He gets one down, and he gets one down in well-found territory. That would have been nice, folks. You saw Luke turning to go down to third. But obviously, that wasn't the case. It was a 1 foul. No, they're definitely going to be aware of a bunt attempt. Dwyer can't play in, considering the fact that he's got to deal with the man first in the pickoff attempt, speaking of which. Anthony had a rough inning in the field in the third, but keep in mind he's only a sophomore and will have plenty of time to make up for it. 1-1 count. See if Anthony's going to lay one down again or whatnot. He will, and he pump fakes 2-1 upstairs. Obviously, got a pump fake there. If he can get on base, along with Luke, that wouldn't be bad. It's a 1-0 score here in the third inning. Looking at the runner at first. Here comes 2-1, and it's 3-1 to number 31. Our dugout's starting to bark out there. Landon's on deck. Will he come up with 2 on, 1 on, or nobody on? Regardless of home run or double play. And he went 3-2. Anthony tried to push the bunt, could not push the bunt, though. Now he's got to abandon it. 3-2. Nobody out. All right, once again, the payoff is fouled. 7th pitch of the at-bat. Bottom half of inning number 3. Greenmen on top, 1-0. Undefeated on the season, 7-0. To start at 8-0. Right now, Aurora not making it easy. Anthony's going to pop one up, third base side. That's out of play. Nobody was going to catch that. Ain't nobody. Eighth pitch of the at-bat for Anthony. Alex Kazmir sent once again. The next payoff. Sharp one right back to the mound. He will throw down second. They get him. Yes. Back to first. Did not. I'll see if Coach Grissom wants to appeal that or whatnot. Looks like he'll be content with the call. Landon Soy is up, 1 on, 1 out. Heads up play by Alex Kazmarek there. See if Coach Grissom wants an explanation or whatnot. I don't think he does. There's 1 on, 1 out here in the third. Landon's waiting. He tries to bunt. Ball gets away. Anthony going to stay at first. A little surprised by that. Was blocked, though, but took him a while, Jackling, to get that. Surprised that they put him there. Coach Hargrove decided to keep him at first. 1-0, 1 out. 1 on. Landon tries to show bunt again, but he clearly missed the target there. It's 2-0. Beautiful weather once again here in Granger. As Alex Kazmarek is ready once again. 2-0 shows bunt, lays off 3-0, and Casey would be next. Casey, a man who's 1 for 1 today, may I say. Again, sent once again. 3-0 can't go, and that's why Landon's going to walk. So who was that? Was that 2 walks? I think it was. Walk, fielder's choice, and then another walk. Now Casey. He's 1 for 1 as mentioned earlier today. He's got the tying run at second. But a ground ball would be killer. It'd be super killer. He's not getting a ground ball. He's going to single into the right. We'll see if we try to push it. We will. Here's the throw, the cutoff, and holding as a good rally keeps Anthony at third. Noah Radigan with the bases just 1 gone. That was a good hit there by Casey, who's got both her hits today, if I'm not mistaken. Anthony at third, Landon at second, Casey at first. 1 out, though. 1-0 score, Greenmen lead. Don't try and bust it wide open. 0-1 to Noah. Think it'll be Dwyer leading off. Yes, Dwyer. And be 5, 6, 7 for Aurora in the fourth. Noah's down in 0-2 hole. Oh boy. Oh boy. Nothing in two, one gone. All right, again, just needs to lift one in the outfield, and we're talking a tied game. Deep in the outfield, may I say. And it's 1-2, a waste pitch if I ever say so myself. Noah Radigan, the third baseman, also a basketball star as we know by now. The senior's waiting. Here comes the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. Oh, here comes Anthony DePompey to the plate. He's going to score. This game is tied. Everybody advances an extra 90. Good hustle there by Anthony. While I said earlier on the first wild pitch, I was surprised he didn't go. This time he does go. And we're one squared up at one. Oh, in a 2-ball, 2-strike count, infield shifts in. And Noah's hit. That just got a piece of Mr. Radigan. So it's Landon at third, Casey at second, Noah at first, and one gone. And they're going to talk things over out there on the mound. Number 72, Trent Dalton cannot like what he's seeing right now as Peyton Ganda is up. Anything in the outfield, we're talking a 2-1 ball game. God, can't speak, can I? And a 2-run inning. Obviously not the inning he had in mind here, Alex Kuzmarek, as he's struggling immensely. I think they have someone in the bullpen, just judging by the looks of it. Can't tell who it is over there in the corner. I can't tell you is that Peyton Ganda would love to bust it wide open. Infield not in. Strike one to Ganda, 0-1. The former, or the 4-star player and the eventual Tiffin. I think they're the Dragons, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot. Ground ball to third, fair ball. One runs in. Here comes the second run. Casey Miser to the plate. Here's a throw down to third. No throw home. It's 3-1. Peyton Ganda does his job. And we have our first lead of the contest. So now it's Gibb to the dish. Grady Gibb with 3 cashed in, 2 on, and 1 out. Grady's waiting. Got no at third, Ganda, no second, Ganda at third. This is going to be a tough play right here. It's short. The throw down's going to get him by the slightest. 2 gone. Good comeback there by Kazmarek. Good throw by Anzels. But runners are at scoring position. And Ganda's going to be lifted right now. He'll be re-entered eventually as Kyle Williams takes over at second. Jaden Barr, 8th bat of the inning. Can we bust it wide open? Let's hope so, folks. Let's hope so. Jaden Barr walked the last time. No, he was out pretty quickly if I'm not mistaken. Wait, was he? No, he walked, excuse me. I'm sorry. First pitch. Ball 1 to Jaden. He is 0 for 0 once again with a walk. Getting ready once again here. Alex Kuzmarek gives up a foul ball third base side. 3 cash in the third. 2 on, 2 out for those good guys of ours, those Hornets of ours. There's Jaden Barr in a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Runs its scoring position. 1-2. So now Kazmarek, strike away from ending what's been a really tough third inning. Right after he got a 1-run cushion, as I said, at the top of the inning, or top of the bottom of the inning, I ought to say. 1-2 to Jaden. He's going to lift one high in the air for the catcher, first baseman, Ryan Dwyer. That was nearly a disaster for both guys out there, the first baseman and the catcher. It was not, however. We're still in a 3-1 ball game here in beautiful Granger. We cashed in 3, but stranded 2, unfortunately. But still did a good job of us. Cannot complain about how that third inning went. No, sirree. Ryan Dwyer, Aiden Carlson, followed by Gabe Cooch. Good look at everybody right there. Dan Miller definitely good. Good breakout there. The Bears came up in that third inning. And, of course, re-entered for the Black and Green Brigade, as you might expect. It's the 4th inning here in beautiful Granger once again. We're almost ready to begin the 4th. Ryan Dwyer, he's off for Aurora. 5, 6, 7 for the Greenmen. 3-1 contest. Good night lead. And Dan Miller gives up a line shot in the left. Dwyer's got himself the second hit of the ball game for Aurora. Not a bad start to the inning, that's for sure. Bad start for us, of course, but not for Aurora. Now it's Aiden Carlson. Carlson, of course, the designated hitter today. We're number 9. Let's see if he dare bunt. I've been worried about that from Noah, but he's going to take for a shot. Go on. Looked really right there. At least I thought it did. All right, once again, Dan Miller eyes the runner at first. So we try to pick him off. No. The 0-1 10 foul out to right. Pick the high hop right there. Now, there won't be any BW softball tomorrow because that game was delayed for Thursday. Of course, Thursday we'll be doing Highland baseball and Highland boys cross both at Padua. Nothing in 2 here to Carlson. Dan Miller misses 1-2. Getting ready once again, Dan. 1-2 count to the pitch. 2-2. Some lacrosse players just practicing right there. 2-2 after 1-2. Nobody out. Tying run at the plate here, Aiden Carlson. And he's going to lift one foul back out of play. I don't know what that hit. But what I can't tell you is that it's 2-2 as Dan Miller ready once again. Dan gives up a foul ball out to right. Let's try it all over again. What is it now? I think this is 3 plus 2 is 5 plus 2 is 7, 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Dan just trying to get that strikeout. That 3 thus far. Timeout taken by Aiden Carlson. He's got Ryan Dwyer at first. Getting ready once again, Dan wants to go. Sharp ground ball in the whole third. Noah Radigan with a throw towards Kim Cook, and it's off the bag. 2 on, nobody out. Coach Grissom not going to talk things over, but he'll obviously be talking about the fielding at the end of the ball game. That's something we definitely got to perhaps take a look at, maybe. I mean, admittedly it happens, but still, Coach Grissom's not going to be pretty happy about that. Whether it's 2 ground balls that could have been outs, 2 ground balls that could have been double plays, but resulted in none of that happening. I think we've committed 4 errors already. Good Lord. I think we might win this game still. But you don't know anything, folks. Gabe Cooch is up. You gotta watch out for a bunt. He's the second baseman after all. Ball 1, Dan Miller missed. Ain't nobody in the bullpen except for that father and son duo right there. Dan still needs an out this inning. 1-0 pitch. There's one in the air now out to right. Tough inning. Tough 2 innings. Tough 3 innings really for Dan. Got through the first inning 1, 2, 3 despite giving up a reached on error. Aside from that, we're really doing a good job. 1-1 pitch coming up. Bunt attempt, I think he went 1-2. So now he cannot bunt. Unless he wants to really play it risky. Gabe Cooch. After him will be Jack Lang. If Jack Lang comes up, unless, of course, there's a triple play. Well, that'd be nice, a triple play. 1-2, runners won't run. As there's a ground ball towards the dugout and foul. Obviously, if it weren't towards the dugout, it wouldn't have been foul to begin with. 1 ball, 2 strikes. All right, once again, here's Dan having a bit of a workout in these last 2, 3 innings. He's only given up 1 so far. 1-2. Dan Miller ready. And the runners are going to advance an extra 90, breaking up the double play. Tying run moves into scoring position. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Gabe Cooch. Cooch would love to get on base. Make Dan really sweat. He hasn't been already. There's one at third. Noah Radigan's not going to even bother throwing it down home. 3-2 ball game as a runner moves up to third as well. And now they're a fly ball away from tying it. Jack Lang is up. At least we got the first out of the inning. Took us 3 batters, but still. Lang fouls one back. Oh, on. Keep in mind what's at stake here. I know we're only not even halfway through this game, but you still don't want to pick up your first loss of the season, folks. 7-0, 5-0 in American Conference play. Oh, here comes a suicide squeeze, and this game is tied. What a bunt there. Throw down to Cam Cook, gets away. Runner may go down to third out of this. He'll stop at second. I have no clue how he was able to bunt that one. That was way over his head. That was absolutely crazy. And Noah Radigan rushed to throw. Cam Cook doesn't have the body of a first baseman. And Jack Lang on the suicide squeeze. It was no suicide squeeze. It was a perfect squeeze. Tardabini up with the go-ahead run at second. Lang will be lifted, presumably because he's the catcher. All right, disaster strikes again for Dan. Same guy that 3-hit shutout to Revere. He's given up 3 runs so far to Aurora. Well, I know Aurora wasn't going to be, well, we knew Aurora wasn't going to be easy heading into this game. But still, they're better than that 4-5 record they're sporting. Tardabini, he's up. Go ahead, run at second to fourth, as this one's found back. The pinch runner is number 22, Drew Botos. Botos, I think. Botos. 0-1. All right, once again. Dan with strike 2 on that swing and a miss. Dan usually reliable out there. Hasn't had too much help from the fielding, though, so no, you don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but it's always tough nonetheless. And there's one back up the middle. That might be their 4th run of the contest. Here comes Landon's rifle home to Ganda, and it's 4-3 Aurora. That one clearly wasn't the defense's fault, and nobody was going to get that. And would you look at that, we got some bullpen as Dan's struggles continue. Looks to be Lorenzo. Back to the top of the order with Ben Kasich. They've cashed in 3 so far, and we'd really love a ground ball here. 4-3 Aurora. One attempt, back to the mound, Dan to first. Mercifully, 2 gone. After that, it's Max Anzels, who's patrolling short today for the Greenmen. Renzo right there. He's getting his workout in. He may be needed. Foul. You know what they say, folks. Defense wins championships. We want to win the state championship. I know it's nowhere near the state championship yet, but still. Always tough. Losing, perhaps. I mean, it's far from over, but still. 4-3 Aurora. This is the 4th inning, though. 0-2. Dan needs an out. A disaster of a 4th inning. Lots of miscues in the infield today for the Black and Green Brigade. Coach Grissom will not be a happy man, I assume, regardless of outcome. Pick off down to second, and that is exactly why. That drives me nuts, I'll tell you that. That would really drive me nuts if I were Coach Grissom. 0-2 is a ground ball to Anthony. That one takes a weird hop. Can't blame him there except for the throw as it's 5-3. And Dan probably wants to strangle everybody in the infield right now. Considering how poorly this inning's gone and how poorly things have been going lately. Ganda gonna give him a toss. 4 cashed in. This is the 8th batter of the inning. Can't really blame Anthony there. Took a weird hop right there, but still. Tommy Hack is up, the 8th batter of the inning. It's been a crooked and ugly 4 out there in inning number 4. There's no denying that. This one's out to right, deep girding. Oh, thank God it went foul. I don't know if I could have dealt with it being fair right there, folks. I know really well if that thing were fair, I'd be pretty upset. Not as upset as Coach Grissom would be right now. Lorenzo again right there in the bullpen, practicing. The usually reliable Dan Miller struggling, especially in the 4th. 4 in the 4th. Tommy Hack with a runner at first. 2 gone. He is a strike away from finally ending this inning. 5-3 ball game. Obviously, not the inning we wanted out here. I think it'll be the bottom of the order for us. Cam, Luke, and Anthony. As there's your 3rd out at long last. And again, Coach Grissom and the gang can't be pretty happy about how that 4th inning went. Lots of miscues in the infield today. So there is that. Lots of errors today and just 4 innings so far. So after we had 2-run lead heading into the 4th, we got 2-run deficit heading into the bottom of the 4th. 5-3. Aurora leads, and I tell you who really especially enjoyed that inning, Alex Kazmarek, because he's back out there on the mound. And he really needed a break after a tough 3rd inning for him. That tough 3rd inning seemed like nothing compared to what happened out there. Cam Cook, Luke Girding, Anthony DePompey. They lead off. It's the bottom of the order due up for the Black and Green Brigade. 5-3 contest. Remember, the Hornets girls lacrosse game is following after the conclusion of this game. About, I don't know how long until the end of this game, but believe me. 1-0. Cam Cook. He's leading off. And now here's Kazmarek again. 1-0 to Cam. That hit him. There we go. That's not bad for us. Brings a tying run to the plate and Luke Girding. See if Luke wants to lay one down or whatnot. Alex Kazmarek gives up the leadoff man. Of course, Kim was the only man that didn't come up in that 3rd inning of ours. 1 attempt as Gird takes it 0-1. Got Cam at first in what's been a barn burner so far. Halfway home, 5-3. Aurora leads, unfortunately. Luke Girding going to try bunt again. He gets a good one down towards the first base side. He might outleg this. There's just one issue at one foul. Good eye there by Kazmarek letting that thing roll foul. He got pretty lucky on that. 0-2. Now Luke obviously can't bunt. Nasty wants to play baseball Russian roulette out there. 0-2 pitch coming up right now. Luke Girding is still alive. 1-2. Crazy game right now. 5-3 here in the bottom half of the fourth. Unfortunately, Aurora's on top. Luke Girding. Sharp ground ball to third. Not going to be easy as it's booted and everybody's safe. So a bit of something we felt all game. We've been feeling all game. Some frustrating defense as Anthony De Pompey is up. A rare miscue for Aurora. Renzo, we'll see if he checks in or whatnot in the fifth inning. Or if Coach Grissom still has faith in Dan. Anthony might bunt. He's thinking it. 1-0. He's in danger of putting the bottom half of the order on base, perhaps, or at least. Perhaps best case scenario here. Runner at third. 1 ball, no strikes. Bunt says Dwyer really darted in. 2-0. There ain't nobody out. Cam at second. And Luke at first. 2 balls, no strikes. Everybody charging in. 3-0. And I wouldn't even bother trying to bunt. Man, oh man, you see Aurora trying to really run in out there. They'd love to get out at third, perhaps. 3-0. I won't swing here. I won't even try bunting if I'm Anthony. I'm like, you know what? Give me something. Everybody goes in otherwise. He shows bunt. It is 3-1. Again, Dwyer really racing in. Again, number 17, Tommy Hack really racing in. 3-1. Landon is next. Lester, of course, is a triple play. Here comes everybody's the 3-1's popped up. Oh no, it's dropped. Dropped. Could not make the play. It's always tough to see that. If you're Aurora, and always tough for us because now we can't bunt. Anything on the ground is going to be deep trouble for us. Full count after it was once 3-0. Here comes your payoff. Anthony lifts one high in the air out to shallow center. That's going to be a waste of an at-bat. 1 gone. Back to the top of the order, Landon Soy. Landon trying to get something going. He's got 2 on and 1 out here in the inning. Do we dare try double steal? Cam at second, Luke at first. Tries to bunt, but again missing the target there. Is out Kazmarek 1-0. Said this game was going by pretty fast after 2 innings, and then after that went by super slow. Hopefully we can get something stirring. 1-0. Landon showing bunt. He got a good one down. That's right in front of the mound. Here comes the throw down to first. 2 gone, however. But it's Casey Miser. He's exactly the dude you want up in this case scenario. Anything that'll sit down in the outfield, we're perhaps talking a tie game. Cam is at third. Luke is at second. There's just one issue, and it's that there's two out. And Coach Dalton going to talk things over out there in the bottom half of the fourth. Two out. 5-3. Greenmen on top. And unintentional on Casey. Didn't want a piece of Casey Miser. That makes sense. I'd probably do the same thing now that I stop thinking about it. Noah with Cam at third, Luke at second, and Casey at first. Play anywhere. There's a line shot, be fair, and it is indeed a fair ball. One run is in. Here comes Gurning in some trouble. He'll make it back over the third baseman, Tommy Hack's head. Good bloop single there to make it 5-4. Now Payne Ganda's up. Gerd at third. Anthony at second. No, not Anthony at second. Casey at second. Noah at first. Two gone. Two out. Ganda down 0-1. Anything that'll sit down the outfield, at least a tie game, maybe a 6-5 lead for us. 0-1 getting ready once again to pitch. Ganda swinging out of his shoes. My goodness, it's 0-2. Now Kazmarek strike away from really getting out of what could have been potential trouble in this inning. One run cashed in for us so far. It is 1-2. Tried to get Ganda to chase. Could not get him though. Alex Kazmarek. He's getting ready once again. Lang sets up the target. There's a line shot in the center. Base hit. One run in. Casey Miser's going to try to push it with Casey Miser. The throw home is way too late. Throw back to second. Gets by. There goes Noah Radigan down to third. And we have reclaimed a 6-5 lead now in the bottom half of the fourth. Gibb is up. He is the 8th batter of the inning. And I think Trent Dalton has seen enough. Good hitting by Peyton Ganda. Casey Miser tried to push it home. He made it home. They'll roll with a new pitcher out here in the bottom half of the fourth with a 6-5 deficit they face. As Alex Kazmarek gave up 3 runs in the third, 3 runs in the fourth. So the 2-out threat will be a thing, folks. Don't know who the new pitcher is right now, but looks like a right-hander. And Miller out there, he's talking with Coach Grissom. As number 14, that'd be Will Bodine. Will Bodine, I think. Bodine is on the mound for the Greenmen. Grady Gibb will be the first batter to greet him. Some good hitting by Peyton Ganda. Good bloop single by Noah Radigan. Before that, we're talking a 6-5 lead for the good old Highland Hornets. Will Bodine, a senior right-hander. Have to deal with Grady Gibb, the number 5 hitter. Both teams have sent 8 men so far to the batter's box in this inning. It resulted with 4 coming in home for Aurora, 3 coming in home so far for the black and green. They're green and white, of course. Odin trying to get that third out of the inning. They've struggled to get so far. Give is up. No, at third, Genda at first, 1-0. He missed. He just missed that one badly. I'm a little surprised we still have Genda out there. There's a pop-up foul. 1-1. Again, Lorenzo right there. He might be needed. Fifth inning will be coming up in a little bit. Once we can squeeze in some more runs, that'd be nice. Wild pitch, but it ricochets right back. Noah holds. 2-1. Bowden struggling out here for his Aurora Greenmen. Getting ready once again. Will Bowden trying to get that third out. He's a strike away from doing so. Is Grady looking silly? 2-2. Two out, 2-on-3 cashed in so far as the 2-2 coming up. Is hit up in the air, foul. 6 pitch of the at bat coming up. Well, if you like low-scoring ball games and pitching contests, this game's not for you. 6-5 in the bottom half of the 4th. Stepping off the mound there is Will Bowden. Gibb fouls that one. We'll try it again. Jaden would be next. He's the only man that has not come up so far in this 4th inning of a Congo line. Baseball Congo line. Grady waiting. And now it's 3-2, and Ganda's going to get a jump start. Again, Jaden would be next. 6-5 contest here in Granger where the Hornets lead. Hit high in the air out to left center, but that looks catchable. Who's got the center fielder without the hat? Ben Lukasek. And that concludes quite a 4th inning for both schools. The Greenmen cashed in 4. We cashed in 3. We're still winning after it's all said and done. 6-5. And to my surprise, Dan Miller out there, I can only assume on a very, very short leash. At least that's what one could only assume. Dan's not even having a pitcher out there. What's that? Oh, right in the hat. Not having a catcher out there. The 5th inning coming up. Candace still trying to get out. There's Dan Miller hasn't even thrown a practice pitch. And that's a little surprising that Coach still had Ganda run out there, considering the fact that it was 2 gone. Carson Smith, who I believe was the only man that did not come up in that 4th inning of theirs, is up. Smith, Dwyer, Carlson. That's 4, 5, 6 for Aurora. Hayden Gando checks in now as a catcher. As you might expect, 6-5. Casey was intentionally white. That might have been a mistake. As Noah Radigan bloops a single to third. Went over the head of Tommy Hack. And then after that, it was a base hit back up the middle by Payton. What do you know? We're winning. We are winning by a score of 6-5. I'm telling you, tomorrow at Aurora won't be easy. I don't know who's going on the mound for us tomorrow. Who? Reedoni, thank you. Reed will be working the mound tomorrow at Aurora. Won't be there, of course, due to my night class. Smith with a deep drive left center field. You can watch that one go out. Tie game. First pitch, Carson Smith sees, and this game is tied at 6. What a mammoth hit. Jaden, just watch that one go. I can only assume Lorenzo is definitely going to be cooking in the bullpen even more. That is a 6th run given up today by Dan Miller. And this time, there's no one to blame at all, but he can only shake his head on that. They're going crazy out there. Ryan Dwyer. Ball 1. Dan's confidence has to be rocked. He's given up 6 runs thus far. Dwyer wants to make it 7-6 on that hack, but instead it's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, the pitch. 1-2. It says 2 outs up there, but I think it's actually 0 out. Yes, it is 0 out, as we just started the 5th inning. Seems like every time we play Aurora, it's a barn burner. Our first year I was broadcasting, it was quite a game. That's heading into the dugout. That's like a hole-in-one, I guess. In golf, not every day you see that. A ball perfectly placed inside the dugout. Nobody got hit, fortunately. 1 ball, 2 strikes. You can tell Dan's losing some speed out there. Again, Lorenzo and Cole practicing. Cole catching, Lorenzo throwing. 2-2. 3-2. Really surprised Dan was going to go out there in the 5th. And after Dwyer comes Aiden Carlson. That's 1-2. Now the payoff. Deep drive out to left. Jaden Barr looks like he's got a good beat on it. 1 gone. Yeah, you can tell things ain't looking too good now for Dan. Gave up a home run, gave up a very loud out right there. Obviously, I do not expect him to go in this 6th inning of this contest. Aiden Carlson swinging out of his shoes. 0-1. This game has been everything you could ask for if you want a competitive game. This one dances away from Ganda. I don't know how many pitches Dan has thrown today, but I can only assume a lot. 6s on the board, courtesy of a Carson Smith game-tying bomb in the 5th. There's 1 foul out to right. Lots of people here today. I don't know if they're here for softball or baseball or both. But regardless, hopefully they're enjoying the game. Or lacrosse, too. I could possibly forget lacrosse. It's to the right off screen under the hill. 1-2 pitch. Line shot and another foul. Ooh, that's the door of a car. Now lacrosse right there, folks. Let them have fun. And Miller. We got that 2nd out. It's still 1-2. And finally got the baseball in. Dan ready. Sharp right back to Dan for the 2nd out of the inning. Almost too easy. You can tell he's losing a lot of zip on his pitches. Gabe Cooch is up. Cooch with 2 out here in the 5th. Tie game at 6. Crazy ball game thus far. 6-6 once again as the pitch. Checked his swing, but I think that would have been a called strike. It's 0-1. Lorenzo's still practicing out there. I think he might be done. He might be checking in the 6th. I can only assume he is. And now down a strike away from leaving with a no decision, worst case scenario. 0-2. Dan resets. Getting ready once again. Here comes the 0-2. Misses 1-2. Always tough when you give up half a dozen runs, whether you're for, of course, Aurora or for Dan as a 1-2. Fouls it back. Of course, their pitcher today was Alex Kazmarek. He will not be dealt a loss today, as it's a tie game in the 6th. And in the 5th, tied at 6. Pitch. Deep drive out in the center. Landon Soy going after it. He's got it. Not easy. On the line, had to hurry for it, but Carl Smith had other plans. Dan Miller, I can only assume his day is over. 6-all here in the bottom half of inning number 5. Jaden Barr, the only man who did not come up to bat in that 4th inning, is leading off. After Jaden Barr is Cam Cook. After that is Luke Gerding. Will Bowden back out there for the Aurora Greenmen. That's not surprising. Aurora really giving us a run for our money. Don't believe me? Look at the scoreboard right about. All right. Whoops. Right. Hold on a minute. Right about. Hold on. Right there. You see it, I hope. Up 6 is on the board. Start off 0-0 after 2, and then ever since then, it's just been a free-for-all at the plate. So they'll get the baseballs in. Jaden to kick things off. He watched that ball sail over his head and well out of there, out in left center. About approximately right there. We'll see if he can hit one out in left field. That'd be nice. Jaden's capable of hitting home runs. He hit a home run earlier this season, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, last year at Copley hit that home run that we were able to broadcast. So here's Jaden ready. He'll face Will Bowden. 1-0, blowing away. Second pitcher today for the Greenmen, of course. As he is already a third of an inning through this contest, and Jay really wanted to make it 7-6 on that, but did not. It's 1-1. See how Coach Grissom plays the 6th inning or whatnot. High in the air out to left. Looks catchable here. 1 gone. Tardabini on it. Cam Cook started off our big 4th inning with a leadoff hit batter. Tie game at 6. Each star's given up 6 runs today. As Alex Kazmarek went 3 2/3, Dan has gone at least 5. 2-0 now to Cam Cook. Cam is waiting. Getting ready once again. The pitch coming up. High in the air again out towards center field. Who's got the center fielder again with his head off? Luke Kasich makes the catch. 2 quick outs to begin this bottom half of the fifth. Every time Aurora has scored in the top of the inning, we have scored in the bottom, but that may not be the case in the bottom half of the fifth. Luke Girding. Will Bowden back. Looks like Lorenzo will indeed be checking in the 6th inning, I can only assume. Upstairs. Of course, there was no word received from any of the players to the bullpen. But you see Lorenzo out there. 1 ball, no strikes. He's got 2 quick men gone. Not the bottom half of the fifth. Is Luke Girding. Way on that one. 1-1. Can't catch up to Will Bowden. 1-1 pitch. Miss. 2-1. Renzo and Cole right there. They're still waiting for something. They've been really talking, chatting, and having fun bullpen so far. 2-1 the count now. I think we thought I hit him, but it did not. 2-1 pitch. 3-1. He might find himself on base nonetheless. Anthony DePompey would be next. 3-1. 2 going here in the 5th. Tied at 6. 3-1 pitch. And Luke Girding's on base. A base on balls, as they like to call it. Fancy term for a walk. Anthony's up. Anthony getting ready. It is a ball. 1-0. All of a sudden here, number 14, that's Will Bowden. He can't find the plate out there. 1-0. Anthony. And again, he misses. 2-0. Gert is at first. 2 gone. On a beautiful day here in Granger. Still knotted up at 6. Still talking things over right there. The catcher, that is Jack Lang. As Anthony trying to get on base. I do not believe so. Pickoff attempt. Girding is safe. 2-0, 2 out. 3-0, 2 out. And back to the top of the order with Landon Soy next. Still see Lorenzo out there. Will Coach Grissom be greedy with him, as this one is going to be a strike 3-1? Will he be greedy with Dan Miller, or will he play it safe? 6 runs surrendered so far by Dan, but it was really one bad inning. Pickoff, and Gerd is safe at first. Anthony in a 3-1 count. And he walked. Back-to-back walks given up now for number 14, Will Bowden. They got nobody in the bullpen right now. But they do have to deal with the top of the order here with Landon. 4th time we've gone up to the top of the order, folks. Landon Soy. And he misses once more. It's 1-0. He just can't find the plate right now, number 14, Will Bowden. 1-0, 2 out. He's gone 1 inning so far. On the dot. And Landon, ooh, he just whipped at that one. 1-1. Did you get the ball? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought it went over left center. 1 ball, 1 strike to Landon. And he's going to foul that one back, and now all of a sudden he's a strike away from getting out of this inning miraculously unharmed. Bowden trying to get that elusive third out. He's walked his last 2 batters. Lorenzo looks like he's ready to check in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bowden. Landon into short. Good play there by Anzels to conclude the 5th inning. And there is Lorenzo Nemec checking in for the Black and Green Brigade. He'll be in for Dan Miller. Coach Grissom going to talk about what he's doing out there with the umpire. Number 7 is indeed Lorenzo Nemec. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 due up for Aurora in Jack Lang, Tartabini, and Ben Lukasek. Let's see if Lorenzo will stop the bleeding. We have been bleeding. They've been bleeding. Everybody's been bleeding today. It's just been that type of game for the Bats. So Aurora got a run in that 5th. We did not. Well, once again, talking to some of the players out there, they said Aurora wasn't going to be easy. If we can sweep Aurora, the conference, we can just basically cruise to essentially a conference crown for the 2nd time the last 3 years. But obviously, that won't be easy because Aurora's given us a huge test today. We've aced all of them so far. 7-0 on the season. 8-0 could be next. I pray the good Lord it's next. Lorenzo out there for us. Lorenzo in the top half of the 6th. Dan Miller's final line. 5 innings, 6 runs, and either 4 strikeouts. I think 4 strikeouts, but still with fewer earned runs. It's like we have Matt Dean out left now for the good guys. I think that's what Coach Grissom was talking about. Yep, Matt Dean is indeed out left. I think I see Colton Winston out there at right. Number 23 for the Black and Green Brigade. Otherwise, everything looks exactly the same. Jack Lang leading off in the top half of the 6th by whiffing 0-1. Matt, once again, you see him right there on your screen or runs on the mound, closing out at right. Now the 0-1 bounces at 1-1. Nobody out here in the 6th for Jack Lang. Once again, the pitch. High in the air, out to deep left center. Going back, Matt Dean. Going back, Lansoy. Matt Dean's got it. Woo! 1 gone. Not easy there for Matt to secure, but he sure enough got there. Now it's going to be Tartabini to the dish for Aurora. Once again, don't know his first name. I think it's Tommy Tartabini. Heard him say Tommy a few times today. What's his name? Strike 1 thrown by Lorenzo. It's 0-1. The Coach Grissom obviously got to be feeling the pressure on behalf of the rest of this team. 0-1 coming up. 0-2. Got him to swing and got him to miss. 1 gone once again here in the 6th inning. Lorenzo ready. He's going to wind up now. And where does 0-2 go? Foul ball off the caging. Third base side. Tomorrow will be at Aurora. That won't be easy. Certainly not going to be easy. Thursday at Padua. Saturday at here against Wadsworth for Senior Day. Nothing until becomes 1-2 as Lorenzo just spiked that. Lorenzo talking with the umpire right there. Oh, what for? What I do know is that it is 1 ball, 2 strikes, with 1 out here in the 6th, tied at 6. Tarnabini waiting as Lorenzo can't get him there. It's 2-2, missing. Whoa. The count that started 0-2 has now become 2-2. Lorenzo gonna want to go once again. Roller back to the mound. Lorenzo right there, down to Gibb, 2 gone. But it's back to the top half of the order with Ben Lukasik. Lukasik, as it's the 4th time they're back to the top of the order, if I'm not mistaken. That's low, 1-0. Lorenzo's first pitch that missed to kick off the at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes. A pitch coming up from Lorenzo. 2-0. 2-0 as Lorenzo now trying to get that 3rd out and get him down easily. Let's hope so. Ben Lukasic's always tough. High and foul, twisting out of play. Those kids are going to run for it. Look at them go. 2-1, Ben Lukasic once again the batter, a senior who's been at center today. 3-1. Man on deck is Max Anzels, who made a superb catch to conclude matters in the bottom half of the 5th. Coming back with a strike, there's Lorenzo. Trying to get a 1-2-3 and trying to get a runnerless inning, a clean inning for the first time for, I think, either school today. Payoff. It might come here. Ground ball to Cam Cook. Got to hurry down to Gibb. I don't think he got him. I'm right. He's safe. We'll see what Coach Grissom wants to do right now, and it looks like he wants to stay in the dugout. Cam waited too long. Max Anzels is up. Go ahead, run at first for Aurora. 2 gone, fortunately. Swinging and missing, it's 0-1. Coach Jay Grissom's got to be so nervous out there. I know he's a really calm guy, quiet man. He's got to be shaking, perhaps. Undefeated season, perhaps, on the line. 6 is on the board, 2 out. Pickoff attempt. Oh, we got him hung up by close on a hot summer day. And Anthony's going to go down to Lorenzo. Lorenzo's going to try to tag him out. Cam's going to try to tag him out. Oh, did he tag him out? Yes, he did. Oh, Ben Lukasic's not happy at all. He looks rather frustrated. Good move there by Lorenzo Nemec to conclude the top half of the 6th inning. Now we're going to need at least 1 run in order to reclaim the lead. Of course, it's tied. Casey Noah Ganda. That's exactly who you want to see in this case scenario. They intentionally walked Casey in the 4th, and it led to Noah getting a bloop single to 3rd. And allowed for Ganda to single back into center. Obviously here you can't intentionally walk the leadoff dude. You're really deathly afraid of him. Will Bowden back out there for Aurora in the bottom half of inning number 6. We're going to get the baseballs back in now, folks. On this warm, yet a little bit windy wind going in, as you can tell right there from the American flag and Ohio flag. Makes Carson Smith's home run even more impressive, folks. Doing it against the wind. Two, three, four, starting with Casey Miser, then Noah Radigan, then Peyton Ganda. Aurora giving us a run for our money today, and it'll be the first of 3 consecutive games for us. Casey grounds one to second, easy play there, throw down the first one, pitch one out. That's frustrating. But Gabe Cooch made a good play, you can't deny that, folks. Noah Radigan is up. Bottom half of the 6th. Aurora did not score in the top of the 6th. That's the first time since the second which that happened. Noah takes a 1. Getting ready once again here. Bowden fires way low on the breaking ball. 1-1. Our next 2 games, once again, at Aurora, at Padua. They will certainly not be easy. But Noah hits one high in the air out to straightaway center. Did not get all of it as it is caught. 2 gone. In case I got the catch, and this time his hat did not come off. Ganda is up after 4 pitchers got the first 2 men gone. Will Bowden ready. Oh, that was nice breaking ball right there. 0-1. 0-1 as Bowden's been cruising so far today. He's yet to give up a hit. He's given up back-to-back walks, but 0 hits. Now he's a strike away from a 1-2-3 and a clean 1-2-3 inning. 0-2. The pitch. Ganda. Downswing. Will Bowden's come out of the bullpen and effectively has stopped our bleeding and then some. We're on to the 7th inning, and it's still tied at 6. The only way we can win this is via the walk-off. Again, Matt Dean out at left, Colton Winston at right. Again, Lorenzo Nemec back out there. First time there was a runnerless inning for either school today. Not the first 1-2-3 inning, of course, but the first one where nobody got on base, though. And uh-oh. It'll be Max Anzel, it's Tommy Hack, and then Carson Smith, who burned us back in the 5th with that game-tying bomb out to deep left center. Lorenzo's got to be careful. Ain't no denying that, folks. Ain't no denying that, folks. Tough game for the good guys. Starting off down 1-0. Got 3 runs. That Aurora attacked Dan in the 4th by giving up, or by scoring 4. Well, to them being ahead 5-3, we scored another trio of runs in that inning in the bottom half of the 4th to tie it, or to get a 6-5 lead. And then Carson Smith, the dude that is in the hole, has a home run in the top half of inning number 5. Oh boy. Max Anzels was up in the top half of the sixth, but did not finish his at-bat because Lukasik was caught in between bases. Oh my, twisting in 1-0. That wasn't good. Been a crazy game once again. Lorenzo, number 7 in. And it's the 7th inning. Redoni on the mound tomorrow for the good guys against Aurora. Don't know who will be on the mound for them tomorrow as there's a strike. That's what the doctor ordered. It's 1-1. Lorenzo ready. Here he comes with his 1-1 offering, which is taken in the dirt. Max Anzels is at short once again. Had a great catch to end our threat in the bottom half of the fifth, robbing Landon of what could have been a base hit. I could have cashed in a run. It's popped up foul towards right. 2-2. Still no men gone here in the 7th inning. Chilly day concerning the wind, but otherwise fine. At least I feel a little cool now, but I'm in short sleeves. 3-2. It's a full count. Waiting on deck is Tommy Hack. Nobody gone here in the 7th, but nobody has been up so far. Payoff. Deep drive out to center. Landed Soy's going to stop. He will secure it. 1 gone. Sorry about that, folks. Who's up, you might be wondering. Once again, it's Tommy Hack. Hack, the third baseman. But the good guys trying to shut down Aurora yet again. Hack watches, and it's 1-0. Girls lacrosse will be next, following the conclusion of this game. 1 ball, no strikes. Getting ready once again is Lorenzo. It's 1-0. 1-1. There we go. That was good. Here we go. The pitch. Well outside. 2-1. Crazy game, as I keep on stating. We scored 3 runs in the 3rd and 4th. Aurora won the 3rd and 5th, 4 in the 4th. And as the count into a tied ball game, as the count becomes 2-2 with 1 gone. You'd rather have nobody scoring this 7th inning because it puts no pressure on you. In the bottom half, worst case scenario, you go to extras. Lorenzo on 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ooh, we missed. 3-2 full count. Watch out. Carson Smith, who burned us once today, is next. 3-2, 1 goal. Lorenzo Nemick ready. Here he comes. Hot shot to second. Cam's going to have to hurry. Throw down to first. Good stab there by Gibb. 2 gone. Cam had to go way back to the outfield grass to secure that. Smith, who burned us with a home run back in the 5th, comes up. Matt again at left. Colton at right. Landon still at center. They're the only 2 subs aside from the pitcher today. Ball 1 misses. 1-0. Our undefeated season on the line. 1-0 pitch. Smith takes 2-0, and you can tell Lorenzo just looks afraid of him. Deathly afraid. It would be Ryan Dwyer on deck if he gets on base. Here comes the 2-0 now to Carson Smith. Comes back with a pop-up. Who's going to catch that? Ganda down in Oregon, the Greenmen. My, oh my, you could not have talked about a better top half of the 7th. First time they don't get anybody on base in an inning. Now it's time to walk it off, hopefully. It is tied at 6 heading into the bottom half of inning number 7. I can only assume the red hot Will Bowden will be back out there. Yes, sir. I apologize, but my AirPods died, so we'll be back regardless. Feels a little different, the audio. I apologize for that. But it is a 6-all contest. Number 14, that is Will Bowden. We'll have to deal with Gibb, followed by Matt, followed by Cam. That's 5, 6, 7 due up for the Black and Green Brigade. What will Grady Gibb do to start things off here? We won't win it if we don't score in this inning. But there's no pressure because it's a tie contest, of course. Gibb would love to get something cooking for us. Can't play to be the hero. He's got to play to just start a rally. Starting a rally by popping one foul first base side. Watch out for that driving car. That almost hit the driving car. That would not have been good. 0-1. 0-1 to Grady Gibb. And so once again, Will Bowden starts to give up a hit, but 2 walks so far. And Gray's got to dance out of the way. 1-1. Nobody out once again, bottom half of the 7th. Getting set once again, the pitch, and Grady is still looking. 2-1. Still looking for that pitch he can clobber. Number 14, that is Will Bowden. He's still on the bump for the Greenmen. 2-1 coming up. Grady is ahead 3-1. Matt Dean is on deck. Grady would love to get a base in any way, shape, or form. And Bowden gonna walk Gibb. Winning run at first. The winning run is at first. Now you might do small ball here with Matt Dean. Parker Janicus gonna check in. Parker Janicus in for Grady Gibb. Do they go with a new pitcher perhaps? I do not know. Looks like they will here in the bottom half of the 7th. A new pitcher for Aurora. Well, we welcome you back here. Tommy Maroon for WHBW. Be sure you hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon. Woo-wee! Been a dandy so far, 6-6. Good guys are indeed tied, but we have the winning run on at first. And Parker Janicus, courtesy of a Grady Gibb walk. We'll see if Grady will check in if we play an 8th inning. Hopefully we won't play an 8th inning, but we will see in only a matter of time. Sorry, folks, just trying to make sure I don't step on my papers and stuff. As number 17, Tommy Hack, is out there on the mound. Taking over at third is number 3, Gabe Cooch. Number 1, that's Luke Kasich. He's still at short. And number 9, that is Aiden Carlson. He's now at second. So Cooch at third, Carlson at second. And on the mound once again, that is number 17 being Tommy Hack. Hack, their third pitcher of the contest. Have to deal with Speedy Parker at first. Parker Janicus at first once again for Matt Dean. I don't know if Matt's going to bunt or whatnot. What I do know is that he's got to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. There ain't no denying that, folks. When Matt Dean is up, there is one on in Parker, and there ain't nobody gone. Man, obviously has to play small ball. I see the third baseman, Cooch Olbin, and Matt shows bunt. It's upstairs, and Dwyer again really running in. Ryan Dwyer really taking off like a jet right there. You can sure bet. 1-0, Matt shows bunt. He gets a good one down. They're going to throw down a second. He's safe. Everybody's safe. And the winning run at scoring position here with nobody out. Ooh, boy. We'll see what happens here as Parker's at second. Excuse me for 1 second, folks. Just need to put back in my AirPod. Cam Cook. That's right, folks. Cam Cook is up. Cam Cook. Does he bunt as well? He watches. It's 1-0. Logan, what are you doing over here? Did your battery die? Happens, I guess. 1 ball, no strikes. Cam Cook waiting. He's bunting. Got a good one down. I think everybody can get on base. Throw down a first. Out. But the winning run is a fly ball away. It's Parker at third. And Matt at second. Only 1 gone. It's not the top of the order. They're probably going to intentionally walk Colton, I think. Or pitch to Colton. This is surprising. Colton with runners at scoring position. Infield in, obviously. 1 gone. Upstairs, 1-0. 1-0 to Colton. Yes, Logan.
This will be the most intense at-bat in Highland history. To keep the
Never mind. They're going to walk them.
Wow.
Keep the undefeated season going, yeah.
Wow. Oh, the pitch in.
I wouldn't go with the most important at-bat in school history. We did make the Final Four after all.
That is true.
As noted right there, but who's up for us? I believe that would be number 13. That's Nick Dubkowski.
That is correct.
It is Parker at third, Matt at second, Colton at first, 1 gone. And Nick just trying to lift anything in the outfield. The outfield also in, as you see right there. Nick Dubkowski looking to be the hero. As long as if he doesn't hit anything on the ground, we should be good.
Hopefully routine double play can hopefully not send us to extras. That would be bad.
That'd be real bad.
Then you won't have a live stream.
Nick Dubkowski, 1-0. So now Tommy Hack is 3 balls away from locking in the game winner. That'd be swell. I thought it was Hack. They've been saying Hack all game, I think. 1-0 to Nick. Oh, he wanted to be the hero there. You know real well he wanted to be the hero. 1-1. But that was a swing and a foul.
So 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike. It may come down to Landon, who's on the right of your screen. These are nerves of steel, folks, as Nick Dubkowski is in a 1-2 hole. There is 1 gone here in the top or bottom half of the 7th. Pardon me.
I mean, if you would have said top half of the 7th, that would have been long gone.
Yeah, it already happened. But here we go. 1-2. Nick's waiting. Oh, waste. He's down swinging. He's down swinging.
That's okay, because we have Landon Soy. Top of the order now.
That's right. Landon Soy kicks things off for the Black and Green Brigade, and he'll be back up here in the bottom of the 7th. Nobody will be waiting on deck. This could be the last step of the ball game. Landon Soy leads off, and he'll be up with the bases loaded. It's Parker at third, Matt at second, Colton at first. One gone, infield no longer in. They needed a huge out there, and a huge out is what they got. Landon Soy. And it's out to shallow left. Who's got it? We're going extras. Good catch there. That was a good catch. Number 31. That's Tommy Tartabini. Thank you.
One of the Coach Dalton, I think one of the players said, I think it was he said Tommy Tartabini when I saw the lineup.
Thank you.
So we got extras.
You know it.
Anything can happen here in extras.
The second being, folks,
Yeah.
just to charge them up. Guess Logan, any words about this game?
Honestly, even though last Thursday, before Easter break, was my first softball game.
Yeah.
This time, first baseball game, and first time going to extras as well.
Yeah.
We've never had that happen before here at Highland.
We have well, it's been a while, I think.
Sure has. If you are still wondering, my pinky is okay from that.
Good.
From that hit.
Line shot or twisting pop foul, first base side. Well, I see Lorenzo's still out there, obviously. He'll be in for his third inning of work today. Who's he got leading off? He's got Ryan Dwyer, he's got Aiden Carlson, and he's got Gabe Cooch.
That is correct.
Eighth inning. Now, Ryan Dwyer, he was a quarterback when we shut out Aurora.
Oh, yeah, that is true. In a 34-0 shutout. Wait, 34-0 or
34-0.
That would be correct.
No changes in the outfield for us. Or infield.
Or the pitcher.
That's right, or the catcher. So no changes whatsoever. No changes in the field.
Yep.
Dwyer leading off, actually. Wait, I said Dwyer, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Here we go, Lorenzo ready. First pitch to Mr. Dwyer. And extras begins with a foul tip in the mid 0-1. Eighth inning tied up 6-all. It's extras as Logan said it best.
Yeah.
The 0-1 coming up. High in the air. Gibb is going to catch that.
Michael Gibb makes the catch. One gone in the top of the eighth.
Almost too easy for Gibb right there, as now it will be Aiden Carlson who's taking over at second for Aurora.
Yeah, this one might be a huge matchup here.
Yep.
First pitch coming.
And it might be an out.
Short.
Anthony DePompey, easy now, two gone as he tags him. Not a good throw by Anthony, but a good job by Grady to get there and tag him.
I thought it was Michael Gibb for a second.
No, Grady.
That's what I thought. Okay. First I thought it was Lucas, then I thought it was Michael. Now it's Grady.
Gabe Cooch is up. No problem, Logan. No problem.
The number 7 hitter for Aurora.
Yes, sir.
In this battle of green. First pitch coming.
Ball 1-1-0. And a great game. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 out. Top half of inning number 8. Lorenzo Nemec ready again. His 1-0. Fouled. Ooh, good catch there. I think Coach Winston snagged it.
Yeah,
nice.
That would be Coach Winston with his crew.
Good job there by Coach. Not easy to field a sharp bouncer.
Yeah, I almost got the foul ball.
Yeah, that would have found you on the highlight reel, but still a great effort nonetheless.
At least
to third, Noah Radigan's got to throw it down to Gibb and down to go to Greenmen. It was still a good play nonetheless.
Yeah. I was like, I should back up before I sing another finger again. I thought it was someone past the parking lot for a sec.
I tell you, if you had more courage to get the ball than I would have just simply danced out of the way.
I mean, if I had a glove with me, I would surely caught that.
Oh, yeah, everybody would have. Yep. Tommy Hack is again on the mound, the third pitcher today for Aurora once again. Quite an eventful game, but nobody has scored since the top half of the fifth. If I can, whoopsie doodles. Whoa.
If you can zoom in.
And you see it right there, 6-all, bottom half of the eighth. But it's good old Casey Miser leading off.
Of course, the man with all due respect, the highest touchdown in all of the Suburban League. In fact,
School history.
Yes, and school history as well.
And he's got one more year left in the tank.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
Oh, God.
You know who we're playing week 1?
Who?
McDowell.
Oh, my gosh.
That's in Erie, PA.
We've never played a team out of state.
We've never gone out of the state, yes.
Huh. Will that be a home game or an away game?
It'll be at Erie. I don't think I'm going to do that game.
Ouch.
You might have to do it for me.
I'm going to be a marching band student.
Oh.
So, unfortunately, I will not be live streaming that game.
Well, can I tell you what I did my senior year? I filmed highlights and later uploaded them to YouTube. If you want to do that, just do a highlight reel.
Yeah.
Just look it up, 2021 Highland football highlight reel. It was of all the games. Phenomenal season. First year of the reign for the good guys. 9-1 record.
Yeah.
As here's Casey Miser.
Trying to win it here.
But you can't play hero.
That is true. First pitch straight strike.
Great game. A barn burner out here once again. Haven't scored since the 4th inning. We've had 3 straight shutout against us. Hack got out of his jelly of a gym last time. Casey lines one out to center. That ball is caught. One gone. Hit it right on line. Hit it right to him. That is Ben Lukasek at center. Noah Radigan is indeed the batter. Noah had a single back in the 4th that cashed in a run. It was over Hack's head when he was playing third. But now at third once again is Gabe Cooch.
First pitch to him.
Oh my, yes, a twist out of the way.
I would be...
1-0.
That'd be very painful if you got hit in the back.
Yeah, that ain't good. There's a bouncer to short. Not going to be easy. Throw down to first. We'll get him, though. 2 gone. Easy play, Max Anzels. And now it's Peyton Ganda.
The man of the heavy hitter.
Yep, the cleanup man. Ganda had a 2-run single back in the 4th. If not for him, we're not even doing this game right now because it's simply game over. Aurora wins.
Yeah.
Got a clutch 2-out hit back up the middle.
At this point, you probably won't even do a live stream for the lacrosse game.
Yeah, that might be, folks. I can't tell if the lights are on over there. I assume they're on.
Yeah.
You can see the lights over there, you know.
I mean, game time starts at 7:45, so I think you'll probably make it.
Yeah.
If the game ends on a 2-0 count.
What? Oh, yeah. What's the time, Logan?
7:21.
Ooh, we're running late, folks.
Almost like
2-0.
a softball game.
Yep. Here's a pitch to Ganda. He's ahead 3-0. Grady's on deck. He would be next.
Of course he is.
That is unless, hopefully it doesn't happen, but unless Ganda gets out. 3-0, can't swing at this, and that's why. But it's a strike. He had to dance out of the way. I assume the home plate umpire thought he was crowning the plate. 3-1 to Ganda. Hack walks him.
We ball 4, so Grady.
And I would not be surprised if Ganda gets lifted out here. Remember, you can re-enter in high school.
That is true. So Grady Gibb up at the plate. Runner on first, 2 outs.
Grady trying to get something cooking. And that's saying for us.
Yep.
Nobody's going to get that.
I'm probably going to go get that.
No need to. You can be back here and commentate.
Good idea.
You can be back here.
Let's boy season thing.
Yeah. You know, those kids right there run for it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could see it or
Yeah,
whatnot.
I see it from right here.
I mean, the folks at home.
They probably don't know it as well.
Oh, 1 here, 2 gone. Grady Gibbs, step off the mound by Tommy Hack. He'll reset. Ganda's still waiting at first. We'll see if Peyton's going to try to hustle his way around or whatnot. If Grady can get something going, it's 1-1. 2 gone. Matt Dean would be next.
You do remember in 2018 when Luke Rayleigh pointed in the outfield, that would be a swing and a miss.
Yes, Luke Rayleigh of the Seattle Mariners.
Yes. First a Dodger, now then a Rays, and now officially
Seattle Mariner. Yes, sir. He's doing a good job. Grady to short on 1 hop. He'll go to second, and we'll play 9th. What was your thought, Logan?
So, I don't know if I told you this, but Luke Rayleigh is actually my neighbor.
That is really awesome.
Yeah. A Major League Baseball player next to my home.
I cannot say that. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, it is. As we now head to the top of the 9th, tied at 6.
Well, that's basically an MLB or college game, I guess you might say. I'm so used to calling D3BW baseball. We're not too bad this year. We just beat the lights out of Oberlin, 25-3 or something around that neighborhood. Good Lord's right.
Since you were talking about Major League Baseball,
yes.
I think a couple days ago, the Reds scored 24.
24 against.
Yeah, 24 against Baltimore in a win over Baltimore, 24 to I think 1.
Yeah.
Baltimore did not even have a chance.
Not at all. You know who the Reds manager is, right? Familiar face?
Tell me.
From Cleveland for many years. That's a dead giveaway.
Oh, Terry Francona.
Yep, he's the Cincinnati Reds manager.
No wonder.
Yeah, they were my sleeper pick this year because Terry Francona usually finds a way to win.
He does.
Great manager.
2023 Manager of the Year. And then Stephen Vogt, who was originally an Oakland A, is now
catcher.
Oakland catcher is now a Guardians manager.
And hey, I'm not complaining about him.
Yeah, he does not get 2024 Coach of the Year award. I think that award goes to a different coach.
I thought he won it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh well. Jack Lang, Tommy Tardabini, Ben Lukasek. Lorenzo Nemec back out. And the 9th inning going to begin in just a bit. It's really going to be whomever blinks first, or whoever blinks last, I ought to say.
Hopefully it's Jack Lang. First base 2.
Lang, as that one's sharply foul. Watch out. That's on right for you, Logan. There he goes. He's got it. Good job.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ball got thrown into third. What, Dan?
Where's the ball go? Oh,
it threw it over to third. Good throw, Logan. I will say that.
Yep.
Yep.
No, it's all the way in the dugout. Should I have given it to you instead? Here, Miller. How about another one? Go for it.
High and foul. It's 0-2.
Definitely into some parked cars.
Look at those kids run. They're going fast. Number 8 is Jack Lang, and he's the number 8 hitter.
And he's wearing number 8.
Yes, sir. It is 0-2 in the 9th. Lorenzo. Ooh, a waste pitch if I ever saw one. 1-2.
I mean, if you heard the background noise earlier in the innings, JV softball game versus
Who was it? Holy name, thank you. 2-2.
I think that would turn out into a loss.
But did we win?
We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know in the end.
Okay. They're the Green Wave, of course.
I think I got a couple of friends.
From Hoyname?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I don't think we would play against them.
Maybe.
In baseball. But I know lacrosse we would, if that's fouled.
Maybe we will. Still 2-2. Lorenzo in a battle, to say the least.
We've officially crossed 2 hours and about 28 minutes into this ball game.
Yep, that'd be just about right. And 156 minutes through. That's
For
2 hours and 36 minutes now.
Correct.
Thank you, Logan.
And
we're going to do it again.
Still 2-2.
What a battle we've had here, folks.
Indeed.
Lang trying to get on base, but Lorenzo would not want any of it.
The 2-2.
Ooh, had to
Down
dance
low.
away. Who's on deck? Tommy Tartabini.
Full count now to Jack Lang.
He's the catcher. He's worked it from 0-2 to fighting off fouls. And now the payoff. He foul tipped it, just got a piece of it.
Still alive and 3-2.
He's very lucky to have made metal on that.
I mean, if you're Highland right now, you had to get out of this 3-2 jam to work this into the bottom of the ninth.
Actually, I think this is the leadoff man. The scoreboard just says 2 outs.
Yeah.
Lang waiting as Lorenzo on 3-2. This is his 4th inning of action out here. 3 shutouts so far. There's one at third. Not going to be easy for Noah. He's got to throw from deep third. And that's an out.
First. So one gone in the top of the ninth. Tommy Tartabini at the plate.
He is the left fielder indeed.
For some reason, I don't have this on the lineup sheet for Aurora.
Yeah, I didn't have him either. I had no clue who he was. I was just going by Tartabini until I heard someone in the dugout yell, Tommy Tartabini.
I think that'd be earlier. It was a parent who called me who said that to me. And then now, Aurora, the entire Greenmen dugout. First pitch to him.
Strike one. 7:30 our time, I believe.
That is correct. So 2.5 hours in.
And what's been quite a game. Fouled back, 0-2. 1 gone here in the 9th. I remember, Logan, this was my freshman year here. I remember there was one game, I forget who it was. I cannot remember. Went to 11 innings. We eventually walked it off.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's 4 extra innings. My goodness.
Jeez, this is not 3 extra. No, 2
This
extra.
is a second bare minimum.
At the least.
Lorenzo 0-2. Fouled it.
Wow.
We still got ourselves a battle out here, ladies and gentlemen.
It is indeed a battle here of suburban conferences.
Yeah, and guess what? We're going to Aurora tomorrow. That's the scary part. Hopefully these guys aren't too tired.
Yesterday you got Highland played Aurora.
No, it got rained out.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it got rained out. If you check Max Preps, it says it got rained out.
Oh, so it'll be tomorrow.
And then Thursday's at Padua.
Which I will not be there.
I will.
I will be supporting.
You can make it. Can you?
I'm sure.
Lorenzo finally got him. 2 going. I mean, yeah, you can make it, and you never know. Ask your parents. Hey, it's only in Parma. But back to the top of the order with Ben Lukasek.
The junior from Aurora is an infielder.
But he's playing center today.
So basically,
A utility man, yes.
Yes. First pitch to him. Down.
Low and away. Or low and in, excuse me.
Some people out in the dugout are just crazy. 1-0 with 2 outs, top of the 9th.
2 gone, of course, as a pitch. He missed. Aurora just having fun. Their dugout, obviously not easy to do that one. It's so tight of a game. Your nerves are probably shocked.
The 2-0.
Finally, there we go. Fouled back 2-1.
Of course, Miser out there running.
Yeah, Casey, good eye.
It's a good one, Casey. Definitely a good one.
Yep.
I was.
The umpire's right. It is 2-1. What were you saying?
Never mind. 2-1 pitch. High.
Whoa, twisting away.
It is a
3-1 count. I don't think it hit him. Kasich. As Max Anzels waits patiently on deck.
3-1.
There we go. He's a strike away from a 1-2-3. I haven't seen too many 1-2-3 innings thus far where nobody gets on base.
That might be a rarity here in high school baseball.
Yes. Got him. Oh, he thought that was ball 4. He can't believe it. Simply cannot believe it. Look at Luke. He's hyped. Everybody over there is hyped. But now we got to walk it off.
So after Gib, it'll be...
Not Jaden. It'll be Matt and then Cam.
Okay.
Matt Dean replaced Jaden. Colton Winston replaced the right fielder.
It'll be...
Luke Girding, that too.
Yeah.
It was on the tip of my tongue.
I've always got weird things on here.
Yep.
I think that'll be... I don't know if Tommy... Yeah, Tommy Hack is still in for...
The Greenmen, yes.
If we win, we are still undefeated. And I think we'll be moving up to, I think, number 2 in state. So this is a must-win game.
Did Moore lose? Did Berlin Highland lose? I know Moore's got a huge gauntlet out there. They were going out west, like literally west in the country.
Yeah, Aurora, I believe, is either 6-1 or 5-2 with a 5-1 in conference.
That's not shabby.
Yeah. Huge win out here.
We're 7-0, 5-0.
Yeah. Big win here will push us to 8-0, 6-0 in conference.
Let's hope it happens.
Hopefully a walk-off can definitely be a case here.
That's the only way we can win.
Yeah.
Ain't no denying that. Looks like it will be Matt Dean leading off. So Grady Gibb was not up, so we made a mistake. I apologize, folks. Grady, oh yeah, because Ganda walked.
Yeah.
So it's, oh yeah.
No, Gibb walked. So yeah, it'll be D now.
Yeah, Matt Dean, followed by Cam Cook, followed by Colton Winston. Finally, people are tuning in with a massive 3.
If I was in there, you'd be 4. It'd be 4.
Aw.
Well, technically, I'd be in.
Ooh, Matt wants to end it right there, right now, 0-1.
I would have, if I would have, hold on.
Where are you going?
Seeing if this baseball's out in left field, because, huge leadoff hole.
Yeah. Okay, Logan. Okay, good.
Got one.
You got one? Good. 0-2.
A little bit wet, but it is what it is.
Okay. Oh, man. 0-2 pitch. Matt Dean down swinging. My goodness. One gone. Cam Cook. Did you get it, Logan?
I'm going to go because I'm not going to get
Yeah,
injured.
it's way high up, those weeds out there.
Yeah, I'm not going to go out far.
I used to do that for a little bit and broadcast right over there, if you folks remember, but I stopped doing that because I didn't want to ruin my pants.
Good idea.
Cam's going to foul that 101. Hack's still going as it looks like.
There you go.
Well, Girding is indeed working out there, perhaps.
Yeah, he'll be working the bullpen.
Cam pokes one up towards shallow first and caught 2 gone. Looks like we might be playing a 10th, folks, unless Colton Winston can do something.
Hopefully walk this off or put us on base.
Of course, home runs are so rare in high school. Just seeing that home run by Carson Smith really surprised me, not just because the wind at the time was blowing in, but because how rare you see home runs in high school baseball.
Yeah. First pitch coming to him is high for a ball.
You see it a lot in college. In D3, I saw a grand slam. It was by Colin West.
Good Lord.
Yeah, Colin West of Massachusetts.
I might tune in to some Baldwin Wallace game.
Oh, drag bunt.
For a strike.
1-1. Girding
I've
right there.
never been to a Baldwin Wallace game.
It's fun. Fisher Field, it's AstroTurf.
Oh, better than Legacy Field, which is
Grass?
yeah.
I'd say so because, once again, there's turf. Ball bounces better.
That's a ground
To first, we'll play a 10th. So this game's still going, folks. Lorenzo.
I don't think you'll be able to live stream the lacrosse game.
Nope, I don't think so either, Logan. But my word. Right when it looked like it was high scoring, the bats just all of a sudden came to a screeching halt. Nobody has scored in the last 4 innings. Lorenzo's going to try and make sure it's at least 5 innings. I should say it's been the last 4.5 innings.
So the longest game was 11.
I assume we've played longer than 11 in the past.
Well, in your high school career.
Yes, in my time being here. I did not broadcast it. This YouTube channel was not around.
I thought it was on in 2019.
November was my first broadcast.
That would make sense.
You know who it was against? It was a basketball game against Brunswick, and one of the Brunswick players, he starts for the Jackets.
Oh, wow.
Braden Hamilton.
That's very crazy.
Yeah, Braden's a really good kid, really good basketball player. Coach does a good job out there. So it will be, I believe, Anzel's, followed by Heck, followed by then Smith.
You would be correct.
Good.
What was that?
I haven't the foggiest. Lorenzo Nemec back out, and wow, the scoreboard right there has reset.
But the total runs has not.
That's right, we're playing double-digit innings. It's been a true barn burner out here, folks.
Well, never say never. Except for that 11-4 game before Easter break. That one was ruthless.
Yep. Anzel's leads off, and he'll take a 1. Again, Girding right there in the bullpen, working with Cole. We'll see what he does.
Well,
if he comes in, he may not be needed. That's low.
Of course, you never know. The style of high school baseball, just like this. But everything is just perfect here.
Oh yeah.
Except when you go to extras, then that's a different story.
Oh yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike. Anzel's is going to roll one right back to Lorenzo. Will flip down to Gibb, 1 gone. Almost too easy.
Definitely a good at bat from Anzel's. Now Tommy Hack,
the pitcher. He started at third, moved to the mound.
Yeah.
And their bullpen's been lights out, giving up 0 runs if I'm not mistaken.
All right.
Yeah, neither pitcher in relief has given up a run, and that might change here. Out to right, Colton's going to watch that one go fair into the corner. That might be 2. Here's the throw down to Anthony. He is safe. That's not what we needed.
Yep. So 1 on, 1 out for
Carson Smith.
Thank you.
He homered back in the 5th. That's the scary part.
Definitely not what you want to see here in high school baseball. That was to take the lead.
That was a tie the game, actually. No, it was 6-5, and then they homered and made 6-6, if I'm not mistaken, because it was in the 5th, if my memory best suits me right.
Yeah.
Dan Miller was in for that. Looks like we might be walking him. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, good idea.
Get that ground ball now.
So now it'll be
Ryan Dwyer.
Thank you. In for
Alex Brooker, but yes.
I don't know what happened to him.
Neither do I.
I saw like the trainer when I was coming along there with ice. I'm like, did he get injured or something?
Huh.
Then I was like, I still have no idea. First pitch to him is down.
High in the air, out to shallow left. Looks like Matt's going to call for everybody. Oh, boy, Anthony fell down. It just ducked and covered right there. 2 gone.
Attaboy, dude!
Up next is Hayden Carlson. He's at second after starting off the game as a designated hitter. Gird's still out there for the good guys, number 24. 10th inning, hard to believe. 6-all. It's been that way since the top half of the 5th. 2 on, 2 out. Lorenzo ready.
Hopefully to get out of this jam. First pitch to him.
Upstairs. Well, again, I don't know if you can tell, but we're nearly 3 hours through the live stream. 171 minutes. That's less than 10 minutes away. Less than about 8.5 now.
Good Lord. Down low.
There we go. 1-1. Jess Chisholm has sack fly for the Yankees, unfortunately. They're beating the Guardians.
Oh, that's not good.
Nope.
Remember 4 days ago he got ejected, as well as Aaron Boone against Tampa?
Yeah.
For
arguing.
Yes.
Aaron Boone loves to argue. What do you mean not what you want to see? The Yankees aren't a fun team. Nobody likes the Yankees.
Including the Guardians.
Yeah.
We want to beat New York so badly, but we just can't. 2
of the last 3 seasons have ended to the Yankees in the playoffs. Uh-oh, out to shallow center, but I think Landon's got it.
Soy's got it. We go to the bottom of the 10th.
Still in a 6-all contest. This game couldn't be any crazier, folks.
So now it'll be
yeah, Anthony, Landon, Casey.
Thank you. Okay.
And I assume Hack's going to be back out there. I'd be surprised if they don't put him out there. He's done a great job thus far.
He should be.
Yeah.
Just the way the things are. And I do believe, yeah, Hack's coming back out.
Yep.
So
5 shutout, by the way, for Mr. Nemec. He's doing a great job today. He came in the 6th, if I want to say.
I think you would be correct.
Yes. And Logan's right. That is Tommy Hack on the mound. Anthony, and then the top of the order.
We started with Kazimak, worked like 4 1/3, and then it went to
Kazmarek, and then it went to 14. That would be Bowden, I think.
Yes, you would be correct. Bowden, and then now it would be Tommy
Hack. Yeah, so 5 pitchers in a 6-all ball game, and it's gone 9.5. That's something you don't see in the majors.
You need 3? You need 3 pitchers?
I mean 5 combined.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's what I mean, my mistake.
Goodness.
If you see that in the majors, that's definitely weird. Considering the fact that's just a giant relay race in this day and age.
And a giant joke.
I wish stars could still go long.
Yeah.
Makes me sad when I see, I mean, you got 6 shutout innings, 7 shutout innings, and then they're like, okay, that's all. And you're like, wait, what? Michael King of the Padres had a complete game shutout like a week or 2 ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anytime there's a complete game, I celebrate it.
Even if it's Cleveland?
Not in that case scenario, then.
Really? You're not celebrating if it's Cleveland?
Oh, no, if it's against Cleveland.
Oh.
If it's for Cleveland, then yes, there's a drag bunt, and he might get on base. He certainly will.
Wow, a bunt down to third base.
Yeah, good bunt.
Third base line. So it'll be Landon Soy who can try and walk it off.
Does he bunt as well?
He will not. I'm telling you right now, he's not gonna bunt.
Well, we'll see in a minute.
If he does bunt, I'm gonna be mad.
Why? Because you gotta break up the double play, and Landon is speedy. He does bunt. It's a ball. 1-0. He's gotta bunt. He's gotta get that run down a second. Gotta break up the double play. Gotta get everything going for us. And he might outleg it. You never know.
Yeah.
Pick off. He's safe.
Officially now the lacrosse game is underway.
7:45.
Yep, it's 7:47, which means the lacrosse game is underway.
Well, I missed half the first quarter. There's another good bunt. right to third. He'll be content with the one at first.
At least it's a good one.
Casey's up.
You know what he must do?
Try to whack one.
That and try to walk it off.
That's what I meant. Bottom half of the 10th here, Casey Miser. And they're going to walk Casey Miser to nobody's surprise.
Wow. I would be like, if I was Aurora, if I'd be Trent Dalton right now, I would pitch to him.
Why? I mean, for us to win, of course, but...
Yeah, you need to win it. Now Noah Radigan up to the plate with the winning run 180 feet away.
That's right.
Pitch to him.
0-1.
Wow.
He just took that. As long as if Anthony can get down at third, a fly ball ought to do the trick, as long as if Noah's still up, or he gets on base, of course.
0-1.
1-1, there we go.
That's something. That's something you don't see often.
Yep. Just been a great game out here. Extra innings. Even extras if this were a major league game or college game, considering the fact that we're on the bottom of the 10th. 1 ball, 1 strike. No Radigan. Oh, that would have won it.
Wow, that was so close.
Yeah, that was close.
It
Tommy
sure was,
Tartabini.
Mr. Tartabini.
If that was fair, Anthony would have walked it off. If it was fair, Anthony would have came home.
Yep.
Hornets win on a walk-off.
But unfortunately, it's 1-2.
If I'm Noah Radigan, I would not strike out against Tommy Hack.
That's easier said than done, my friend.
1-2.
Yeah, 1-2. Good eye, 2 and 2. 1 gone.
Good.
Yeah, showers are getting longer. I'm getting a little chilly, that's all.
I'm not even feeling the cold.
Really?
Yeah. Except, well,
Now, you're in shorts. I'm not.
And a short sleeve shirt with the Pride of Highland marching band.
Yeah, I'm proud to have been part of that for 4 years.
Indeed.
2-2 coming up to Mr. Radigan right here as Heck lets it go. He really thought about pulling the trigger, but he did not. It's 3-2.
That was close.
Gandil would be next. 3-2, 1 gone. Do you dare get a jump start here?
I wouldn't.
We'll see. It's a full count. Payoff. Bouncer. That one's going to be the second. That is going to put runners at scoring position. Oh, my. He's safe. He is safe.
Wow.
Noah Radigan just outlegs it.
Wow, we might have a chance to walk it off.
That's
Dan
right.
Dan is at the plate.
The Tiffin commit. Coach Dalton not liking it. Neither is anyone for Aurora. I thought he was out. I'll be honest.
That's what I thought.
Gander just needs to lift one in the outfield. Infield in. Outfield in.
Yeah.
Everybody in.
Anything pulled in the center, and I think the coach is coming out to check on Tommy Hack,
Yeah, they're going to talk about it on the mound.
And I think...
Is that all she wrote?
That's
Yes.
it.
Unless they're giving him a bunch of fist bumps out there, unless they still want to keep him out there.
They're probably not. They're going to probably say, let's have...
Anthony at third, Casey at second, Noah at first, and Ganda the batter.
You definitely need a drag. You definitely need either a drag bunt, which would be safe, or a pop fly
In the outfield,
yes.
I would not go for a bunt. I mean, Ganda's the catcher after all. And besides, if you bunt it, you can't, or if you just step at home plate, he's out. It's not like there's, runners in scoring position or just Anthony at third or runners at the corners where you have to tag him only.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations where you just step on the plate and the game's over, so you got to swing the bat here.
Remember when John last year of the Cubs did a drag bunt and win it?
That's game. Hornets win. Pitting Gandil walks it off, and the Hornets are still undefeated. The Hornets are still undefeated. 8-0 on the campaign. 7-6 is gonna be the final. Oh my goodness, what a game. Ganda does it again. And everybody's going home happy tonight.
Line it up, let's go.
That was a great game. 10 innings. No one deserved to lose that one. Ain't nobody. What a phenomenal one here. Highland still undefeated. Ganda, take us through that one.
He's one of the most clutch hitters in Highland baseball history.
Yes, I remember freshman year. Yes. 2 walk-offs for you. Good job, Ganda, as always.
Bro, I have to pee.
My goodness. My goodness, what a game. Everybody happy about that, Casey? Good game. They were afraid of you, intentionally walked twice today. They're going to tell them to run out there. You heard some of the Greenmen get pretty frustrated with some of the calls, particularly the last one. And Highland is going to be undefeated after quite the ball game, 7-6 after 10. My goodness. Everybody's talking things over right there. We'll be at Aurora tomorrow for the good guys. Line shot over the center fielder. Even if he caught it, Anthony would have easily have made it home. And the good guys just got by. And probably the hardest earned win all season long. We'll wait for Coach Grissom to talk with the gang. Usually... Wow, what a game. An 8-0, 6-0. What a hit there by Ganda to win it. Logan, your thoughts on that game?
That was something. I knew for a second when
Payne Ganda?
No, Tartabini. When Tartabini had a shot to win it, it would have been.
Yep.
It was over the head.
Of the center fielder, Lukasek.
I thought it was.
Lukasek's at center, that's 8.
That makes sense.
Well, I tell ya, that's not the first time Ganda's had a walk-off hit. He walked it off freshman year out to deep left field. You can watch that game against North Royalton.
I will.
I was a senior when that happened.
I will.
That was one of my favorite baseball games to ever call.
Yeah. Best night here at the historic Granger, Ohio, near the middle school, and a couple of minutes away
from the high school.
That would be correct.
And where the old Granger Elementary building used to be, right there.
Before it's now torn apart, and the new Granger Elementary
is behind us. Yes. Well, we got post-game interviews all again.
Indeed. I definitely got one for Noah Radigan.
All right, good.
Definitely have one for Noah Radigan.
The winning pitcher today would be Lorenzo Nemec. 5 shutout on relief. Coming in the 6th, Tommy Hack tagged with the loss as he just fell apart in the bottom half of the 10th. He had a great game nonetheless.
And of course, if this was just a regular game, the save pitcher would be indeed Lorenzo. But that was intense.
You can say that again. It really was a good game. Well, I'm glad to have won it.
In walk-off fashion. My first non-football win, first non-football game win that wasn't either outside by the stadium or inside at the school. Because now I have...
Yeah, for you to watch, yeah. So Coach Grissom breaks out the gang in what was quite a fine one. They're going to break them out. Are they?
Ben, well done.
Yes, Ben, great game out there. All right, everybody happy.
Well, that is something.
Quite the game, I will admit. Casey, good game. Coach Grissom, it was a game where the fielding wasn't there. How do we still prevail?
Keep playing the game. Keep playing the game. Find a way.
All right, 8-0. When was the last time that happened?
I couldn't tell you.
All right.
Not often enough, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I mean, we got a big one at Aurora tomorrow. How do we continue to pour it on and put more pressure on them and really increase our lead in the conference?
We gotta field it and throw it better tomorrow, but we'll be all right. Got Reed going on a mound. It's gonna be a good night.
Yes, Reed's a good pitcher. And then Thursday at Padua, and then Saturday Senior Day. What can you say about these 11 seniors so far?
So far, so good.
Yep.
A lot of season left, though.
That's right, Coach. That's right, Coach. Enjoy this one. He's got a smile on his face. That's always a good thing. And the 2 walk-offs now on his resume. The Tiffin commit is really going to be a threat for the Dragons. Anthony, good job to lead it off with a bunt single. How do you do it?
Freaking laid it down. That's all you gotta
You laid that big down.
And then running around the base paths, getting on base, and eventually scoring the winning run. Good job, Anthony, as always.
So much media.
So, Gandy, your second walk-off play is the Tiffin Dragons. Well, they're lucky to have you.
Hey, the Gons are getting a good one, baby.
Yeah, just want to make sure that's all. Good game, Luke. And Noah, were you safe or were you out?
They called me safe, Tommy. He's safe.
Good. Yeah, we're going by the ump. That was a bang play, but I'm glad you outlegged it. Yep, good game, Noah, out there as always. You know it. You know it. Lorenzo being interviewed by the paper right now. Aurora still talking things over right over there. I think now is a good time to sign off. I'll try to check out what the lacrosse game is what's going on in the lacrosse game. If that's it, I'm Tommy Maroon, thanking you for watching. Remember, folks, Thursday baseball at Padua, then men's or boys lacrosse at Padua, and tomorrow perhaps some men's lacrosse at Heidelberg. Should be an old-fashioned beatdown. We're trying to go 9-0 in OAC play. Wouldn't that be nice, Logan?
Indeed.
My good friend.
And I will be watching that. And I will be watching that live stream.
Thank you. Well, from my good friend Logan Kane to my left, I'm Tommy Maroon, thanking you for watching. Peace out. So long, everybody.
And good night.